Hi. Mm. Egg rolls. We eating egg rolls. Mm. Good stuff. Hello, my lovelies. Hello, my goobers. Hello, my nest. I'm a little late. I have to apologize to them. I was checking my emails, and that's when I saw my possible interview. Mm. I will have to mention the possibility that the night vision has been given to you guys. Oh wait, shit, that's right. Mirac beta map. Huh. I think there's a scene happening first with Yona and Charles. And gotcha. Okay. Oh, the pound shop. Okay. I miss this place. We might be able to go this Saturday. Who's loading ammo? Saturday. Oh. Thank you, Charles. You can tell he's.
Exactly what I have.
Why does that keep happening? I don't know why it keeps deafening. Why does it keep fucking deafening? It was. You didn't hear. You didn't miss much. They were just saying like, "You're ready to go. They're gonna have to handle your gear."
Are
And
they here
Charles is
now,
obviously in a mood.
or are they still at this embassy?
Yes, I assumed that would be the best place to be.
We best leave through garden. I've been leaving messes in waterfront all day.
Mm.
Want to talk about anything?
Yeah, you could definitely tell he's in a mood.
With me?
Anything? Yes. Do you need to talk about anything? But what's
Do I need to
been
talk
going
about
through?
things? Well, long story short, the last conversation I have with Hybris is a criticism of getting involved in Zephyra. The second to last conversation I have with Andrew is lambasting the superiority of Aegis over everybody here. many Aegis agents look at me sideways for wanting to continue to fight here. The broad strokes is that it feels like I am losing people over choosing to defend the place that has become my home.
Charles, I think it's much
Despite
more
all of
complicated
its
than that.
problems. Say again.
I think it's much more complicated than that.
Comes a point where you can only say so many things and the truth becomes pretty fucking evident.
I don't think you're losing anyone.
Maybe not losing people, but losing faith in certain people, yes.
Hmm. Oh man. Charles also did just lose
You
a
don't
couple of
mind if I
people.
do some reading while we go to this embassy?
Charles did lose a friend.
Um,
The person that got PK'd
anything
was a friend of his.
prepared for? Anything you plan on bringing up or asking? That's... I don't...
I'm going to be keeping my personal beliefs aside and at least informing them of the honest truth of what's happening, considering the little Lycan's handler seems about as far removed from reality as Pluto is from Mercury.
That is pretty far removed.
You may be underestimating her just a bit. He's a soldier.
Who?
And also... Karina.
Oh, I'm not talking about Karina. I'm talking about Henderson, something with an H. Hendrix. Person who was shocking the other Lycan who visited, who apparently was this big shot within Novarian intelligence, where frankly, like most intelligence, he only seems capable of finding his way to a nice, cushy retirement.
No. Man, poor Charles. I think this is the worst I've heard him.
Point being, there are concerns that I think your intelligence is not reporting. So, as we make this agreement for you both to...
I don't know how much it matters right now, but I think you may be confusing this person with someone else.
At least I'm not confusing them with Karina.
No.
Never actually even fully looked at Karina.
This man was a logistics manager. He wasn't any sort of like terribly important individual. And for what it's worth, the way that he conducted himself when Lena was visiting...
That was her name. Thank you. I should know better. Lena.
Lena.
Lena?
Yes.
Lena.
Maybe,
Karina
Rampa.
was particularly upset with how he conducted himself.
Good reason. Nearly started an armed conflict within the span of an hour.
Yes, and I don't think you will be disagreed with if you did end up bringing up that thing.
Piece of shit.
My goodness.
But I do appreciate you trying at least to keep things professional.
Take some time to do some reading and get ready.
Yeah.
I think once the armor comes off, the psychosomatic smell of cordite will wear off and the adrenaline will taper off a little.
Yeah. Okay.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is the multi-stage aerobic capacity test.
Oh my.
Yo.
I thought I had
Howdy,
a friend
howdy.
that was that copy pasta or something. Oh no, it was a world.
I
We
know,
found
but-
a world that was that copy
Crazy.
pasta.
There's Portal. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Ready?
I didn't know if you were going to be giving me a briefing. Okay.
Oh,
was
we'll
a
do it
spawn
here.
box.
There's a spawn box. There's a spawn box. Okay, I'll tell him that.
Here we go, lads. Turning war into a damned game. I don't even know if they call it a war. I mean, down here in the lower, rungs, that's absolutely a war. But up there, it's like pest control, Just sending motherfuckers out to go fight shit.
Oh, did I add the random spawn script to this world? Huh. I guess I forgot I did
Perhaps.
that. Yeah. Maeve. I'll give him the brief once he's here. He doesn't know this. I need to fix this map. Now that I learned so much doing the map work that I'm doing for different map, that I can totally overhaul this map in like 1 hour and get it way more optimized and way better lit.
Fucking
We'll
jeez.
be doing daytime because this is real time and we're back 3 hours, so it's like 3 p.m. We have been at the embassy doing normal embassy shit, just like official business. I had a meeting there. I had a virtual meeting with my father, I guess. Yeah, at the embassy.
Peepaw Arena.
Yep. What was he complaining about?
Could he be asking about the port maybe? Like, when's that shit supposed to open again? When are they done killing each other, being
like,
stupid?
he wants a status update on the war. I guess he wants a status update on the war and how it's affecting business. All right, cool.
My eyes. Bleed.
Something quarterly metrics, something
Yeah,
Q4 is coming up. Something.
I see. You're in Q3, you goofy.
I know we're in
Silly
Q3. I said Q3's or
silly
Q4's coming up.
Bean.
If you want to change your movement settings, they're there as a slider. But the most important thing is briefing. You come in through the anchor point, I presume, but then you call in a chauffeur or probably like a chauffeur.
Igbo.
SUV, picks you up. Classic black military SUV comes and picks you up.
I love the Secret Service.
Yeah.
That's me. I'm the Secret Service.
What they do, so you enter anchor point for a general public use anchor point in Bridgeport, downtown, and you could walk outside.
A bus stop.
SUV. What?
It's like a bus stop.
Sure, yeah. And it takes you probably a 10-minute drive through downtown to the industrial, like kind of where the downtown area borders the higher end industrial district, like a little bit like a port facility, where all the nicer sides of the ports are. And you stop at a military checkpoint, what seems to be some sort of military or governmental checkpoint, gate and everything. It's a relatively small compound. It's just a few buildings. And then kind of like an open dock area.
Enough to make sense for like an actual embassy, yeah.
Yeah. Yona upon the driver coming through, Yona, you're probably sitting in the back. You two, on the left side. Yona's sitting on the left. Rolls down her window, flashes her ID, gets the gate pings and opens up. Soldiers probably. Whoever guard is on duty just says "ma'am" and salutes you, and then lets you through. That it's outside the covering and everything because he's standing there. You drive up. SUV drops you off near the entrance to the docks, and there is the boat, the shuttle waiting for you.
A boat.
There's no one there
Das Boot.
to like. There's no captain or anything to take you ashore.
Am I
So you're probably
driving?
driving the boat yourself.
Am I
You're
driving? I'm
the boat,
driving. Let me drive the boat.
yeah, you're driving the boat. And you're driving the boat, and you'd be arriving on the kind of shuttle boat to the dock. It is the boat. When you go into the map and you click front docks, it is the boat that you are on. Yona drove you there. Or piloted you there.
All right.
We know to
Got it.
expect you. You probably text us like 5
Got
minutes
it.
out or something, right?
Do what? Yeah.
You
sure,
probably
she would've
texted
given
us
you
like
an
5 minutes out,
Yeah.
or when you
she
got on the
probably
boat or
would've-
something.
She probably would have texted you when you got in the SUV.
Yeah, and then she would have got pinged when visitor coming for you, Miss Arundel.
Yeah.
Miss Hyphen does here. Okay.
A lot of dells. A lot of pickles in this
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you think her name came from?
Hyphen
The
Del
North.
means servant of Indel, Arundel.
Our dad was the
No.
pelican.
It's a hyphenated pickle.
Well, you're a pickle.
They turned the embassy into a pickle.
The meeting that we were on, we're
Saw.
actually probably on the island
I
for the
turned
meeting,
my
so we just
liking
been
into
home
a
all day.
pickle.
It's a weekend anyway, so it's probably a non-official business. So it was just the dad calling me for an update. That's mostly that's all that's happened today. Earlier in the day, we sparred, did some exercise, normal stuff.
Right.
Crazy.
I hate how Yuna's legs are like.
You would have been notified about this.
To scale her
So,
legs.
She
um,
would have told you about it.
Should she
You
be
know
like
that
this then?
happening as well.
Or would you say casual?
Probably casual. It's
Okay.
You're like semi on duty, but we're in the embassy, in the home. We're at home. We trained. Like you'd probably wear what you would wear casually. This is not a super formal meeting. All right.
Don't worry, I don't
yell
have
at you in the
super
BC word.
formal attire anyway.
Well,
He's just
what happened to your
dressing
armor?
up.
What are you doing with your armor? Did you give it to?
I'm
Gates?
assuming
Did you
it's
give it in a
being
car?
confiscated with the staff, considering you
Lady
could,
Karina.
be anything from just a method of defending yourself all the way to, like, Charles's
So
previous
when you go
armor
through the
concealed
checkpoint, they poke
weapons.
through the window and probably inform Yona that before you get on the boat, you will need to
Look at the hunk cosplayer.
You're an officer, so you could technically manage that yourself, oversee and get rid of his gear because you're an officer, you're part of the military, and you're a trusted staff here. But you would
Okay,
be
yeah, sure. Are there,
expected
like,
that you would pull him
lockers?
aside into like a small armory with like locked containers and ask that he take his armor off and store it in the locker, and that he'll get it when he gets back. It's up to you what you do with that. If you want him, if you want to smuggle him in with his armor, you can do that.
Lady Karina, I turned myself into a
No,
pickle.
he is complying. He is not smuggling anything this time. He is doing the Mandalorian. He is doing the Mandalorian. I know everything that's in there.
And she'd give
Well, you're
you
telling
the
that to
key
Yona,
to
so.
the locker that your stuff is in, so that nobody else can get in there.
All right. I'll yell at you in VC when we're ready.
Okay.
Spawning Karina's room. We need to add your room as a toggle here. I'm gonna completely overhaul this. So I don't fucking. I know so much
It's okay.
stuff now. Whoa, Karina's room. Okay.
So nice.
This might be a short scene. I have, but probably not. It's gonna be Charles. Gonna fucking be yapping.
Are you okay? You seem.
Tired.
I could tell.
I'm manic. Yeah.
Oh.
Which is great because Karina's probably annoyed and stressed out about talking to her dad because her and her dad don't agree with a lot of things.
It's okay. You use the dog as a
You know how to use the coffee system?
Every time I come here, I forget.
Like, I'll make myself a quick coffee then. I'll just make it myself. Karina wants to make it herself. I guess we'll just be in character then. Feel free to be wherever. We're mostly just waiting for Yona to get here. Okay, ready?
Yep.
I'll tell Brim that we're ready, and I'll ping 3, 2, 1 scene. Yona, 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 Mr. Shaw, Charles Shaw, Yona, 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 Yona. Any coffee, Maeve?
If you don't mind, ma'am. I feel bad. If anything, I should be making it for you.
I can make my own coffee.
Probably way better than I can.
Grab a plate and two large mugs.
Oh, okay. I'm like watching. I feel like I. Oh.
Need the shot. Hot water. Another plate.
Yes, ma'am.
And just the 2 espresso cups.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I do need one. Excuse me, Maeve.
Of course, ma'am. Just needed an excuse to get out of the office, ma'am.
Yes.
It has been a rather long day for you.
You will learn how exhausting my father can be.
It has been a rather long day for you, especially on one of the slower days that we've had traditionally.
Yes. Someone in the embassy must have given him my schedule.
In order to maintain an air of normalcy. So if you notice me coughing a bit, that was my lungs failing.
Raise his cup.
Oh,
There we go.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Guess that's right.
Ooh, sounds like the door.
Yona, dear. Is that you? Yes, it is.
yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Welcome home.
Welcome back. Oh.
Good evening. Mr. Shaw, yes?
Yes.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Oh. The cups here are quite finicky.
No worries.
Cardia down. Oh, we have already met. No, at the meat rack, they call it. Yes. I recall.
Yes, we
Sorry,
have.
it's been a long, exhausting day talking to family.
Fair enough.
I hope
I
I'm
can
not-
relate to family being exhausting.
Surely. How so? Yona.
Yes, ma'am.
My biological parents were not around, and my grandparents were exacting, cruel, and usually unwilling to offer much in the way of support to crack open that life experience.
Mm. My, I can't say I relate in that manner, but differing
Good.
expectations for the future with my family.
I imagine the version of needing to provide for yourself is slightly different when you hold the rank you do versus being a irrigation technician was the official title. I dug ditches for orange farms. Hardly impressive.
I disagree, truthfully. The Navy would not be able to function in its way it does without its NCOs, without its sailors. That's
Oh
the
no, I
only
was doing this
assume.
job as early as 9 years old, so it was hardly before
Perhaps not
anything
the
related to
same,
that.
but
No,
I'm not blind to the important contributions of so-called lowly technicians. A ship cannot sail without every hand.
fair enough.
But yes, it is different life experiences. Do you wish for some coffee?
To be honest, I've been wired all day. I am going to take this opportunity to not wire myself further.
So be it. If you wish for anything, you may request from Yona or Maeve.
Good to see you again, by the way.
Likewise. It's good to see you as well. Glad you're able to take some time to come down here to see us.
Come, let's sit.
It's an important thing to discuss. So we sit outside, inside,
Yes.
it doesn't matter to me.
No offense, but I imagine you have not seen much of the sun where you have been fighting recently.
I haven't seen much of the sun in general, ma'am.
Then a brief respite.
Do you need anything, Yona?
Long overdue.
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
Would you like me to pull up a chair from down there?
Of course. Yona, if you may. Please relax. I hope I am not pulling you away from any of your important work in Zafira.
I've been taking the day for... There's no point in lying. I lost a friend yesterday, very close to me. And I would like to sit in that corner chair.
Please, feel free. Maeve, Yona,
This one on the way.
sit as well.
Yes, ma'am.
The actions I've been taking have been far less strategic and far more hands-on, whether that be on throat or just in person.
The war is not going well, then I take it. I've heard worrying reports from the Director Falk, my Director of Security in the docks.
The war's
Seems
progress
Palace has
depends on
been
which
quite
district
troubled.
you're in. Palace
I've
has
heard
lost multiple 100,000 people. As soon as the fighting for the mega building is concluded, my efforts are going to be going there. Henwick has lost roughly 33% of his refugee stations, with all hands and presumably all individuals inside lost. Palace is getting the worst off of it, but everywhere else with open sky faces aerial attack. So effectively everywhere except District 0.
a humanitarian crisis if I've ever seen one. Those numbers are shocking. I have heard them before, but not from any who have fought
Ooh, okay.
truly.
This is an interesting metric to hear.
Analysts always reduce things to numbers. That's how it was back during the war for us.
I think the one place I will most assuredly not have the either of the two of you fight is Guardian, however. That is its own special hell.
How so? If it does not
Well,
involve too many memories.
it's memories I don't give a damn about. It's more the ruins and the broken down buildings, the constantly changing situations, and more specifically because of the realities of your requests, of your bound. There is residual electromagnetic pulse waves being emitted. Electronics there fail constantly, including their, I believe the terms would be monitoring devices.
Corrective devices.
Last thing I would want is undue harm issued because of 6 thermonuclear bombs continuing to play havoc with the local environment.
The radiation, they may be more resistant, but the... what was the term? Bit flipping, I believe. The residual electromagnetic radiation messing with the electronics by causing transistors to flip could cause the corrective devices to malfunction or misreport or throw an error. That would cause
Most
issue.
technology has had to swap to analog, so with that respect, I would not advise you go there.
No.
There's also, the radioactive environment, the cybernetic zombies that want to eat you, the 20-foot tall mech women that want to assimilate you, and the various other lovely things.
Cannot say I have ever fought against such things. But, well, I still expect fighting to be in my future and in my bounds.
Most likely, given what I've read.
I presume from the way you are speaking that you are open to the proposition that they may assist, gain experience, and other such matters that could assist you.
Well, the long story short is that Maeve has indicated to me that she does see grievance in the plight of the people's suffering in Zephyra, and Yona has communicated this as well in a desire to assist me. So, in that regard, they've made this decision of their own mind, and so there is no reason to take issue with it.
Quite a bit more than that. Maeve was quite insistent that they take action. I have yet to see them take such initiative on other matters. I see fit that I nourish that mindset. And truthfully, I have admitted this to Maeve. You mentioned you have read about the conflict, about the fighting I mentioned that I have partaken in. I do not.
Well, the more reading behind the lines, other than, say, the actual histories, because I will admit I have not read those.
The history
it's more the fact that you don't. It's more the fact that you don't expand an officer corps, you don't have rogue speakers, and you don't have a continued force buildup on a naval border if people weren't expecting conflict regardless.
Indeed. Indeed. despite my best efforts, economic and political goals and tensions have only resulted in a temporary ceasefire, despite my best work.
Frankly, given
The
the
war
state
will
of
resume.
everything, yes. Your opponent is economically dependent on the war continuing, and your nation's naval prestige demands you win
Hmm.
in order to
Amongst
look
other
good in
reasons.
front of your sister kingdom.
You are not incorrect. You are quite a bit more red than the last visitor that Yona has brought here.
I might have dug oranges for the first 21 years of my life, but I did
Hmm.
counterintelligence and counterterrorism for the next
Mm.
14.
Mm. Then you are not incorrect in your analysis. There will come a time when we are redeployed, when my talents will be needed again, my connections or whichever have you. And Yona has ample fighting experience. She has been by my side for years, but Maeve, she is thoroughly well trained by the royal family, but that both of us know that means little in the face of true conflict. I wish to prepare her as much as I
Unfortunately,
can.
no amount of training is going to prepare you for when you actually need to take another life. So,
Yes,
unfortunately, in that manner, I do have to agree.
and I wish for. I will not say whatever task you find agreeable for them will be controlled. No manner of fighting is ever truly
There's no
controlled.
control in war.
Yes, indeed. But but we can control when we take initiative. You can prepare yourself for a specific task, a specific mission. I do not know what those missions will be in a year or two, 6 months, whenever the fighting resumes. But we do know, and you especially do know what you are fighting. And that is the best we can do to prepare, to give experience to Maeve. And Yona, even. Aegis has kept her skills sharp, but from what she has told me,
Happy dog.
Aegis and their tasks are less open warfare and more special forces,
No.
tactical insertions,
Aegis has, in fact,
goal-oriented.
resisted as much participation formally in this fighting as possible. So, most aren't skilled in open war.
Indeed. So you are
Some key
to state plainly you are
elements.
willing to bring them both into the fighting.
If that is what they wish, then that's what they'll get.
Then it shall be. I would, of course, ask that I be informed of when they would be deployed and in what manner. I will not micromanage or give tactical or strategic input. I'm not an imbecile. I know that I am unfamiliar with the manner that this war is fighting. There is a difference between storming the beaches or between planning island invasions of islands using transports and naval bombardments and street-to-street fighting. I truly, you two will be learning skills that I have not learned, but some of it will transfer over. But I do wish to be informed of what manner of risks they are taking. And against whom? If that is acceptable.
Well, it would depend on where exactly they are needed the most.
Indeed.
Fortunately,
this today. It would be when.
the situation inside the meat rack itself is reaching a culmination point where the meat rack has the resources necessary to retake our mega building.
I have heard
The
that
issue, of
building
course,
has been overtaken by corporate security aligned with Upper City.
yes,
The situation has not been resolved yet.
it is very difficult to resolve situations when we are survivors, not soldiers. It is very easily to organize these people into performing soldierly tasks, but the number of self-motivated, self-starting warriors is low. They'll fight to survive. It takes... Sometimes it takes someone... It just takes someone telling them where to direct that violence. Many are plenty violent on their own. They just kind of need to be told, here's where you hurt them the most. Away they go. For example, my opening
Shock
barrage
troopers
on
in a
this was... I mean, most suburban fighting is shock troop fighting. But no, my first task of this insurgency was to attack a staging point that the mega building rogues were using, and that I wasn't expecting for them to detonate a pocket of methane and drown a layer of the mega building in feces, but it worked, so fortunately you will not be having to deal much with drowning floors in feces. The methane pockets have already blown up, so there's no concern there.
There's no feces. We're not shit troopers.
But no, enough talking about that nonsense. The main things that I'm going to ask from your end before that this request is heeded. I understand, Yona, you do not like firearms. I'm unsure of your viewpoint on this, but this is a war in the 25th century.
Yes.
You need a gun. Because the enemy is going to be using not just, a street slug thrower. The mercenaries, of which I've received information from Yona, I believe through you, the mercenaries in question, if we do any surface fighting outside of the meat rack, the turncoats have been the anvil. They have been the hammer. And every time that the Seleucia have taken to the field, we've been forced to retreat. There has been no exception to this, save the fighting on the first day. Because they didn't know what to expect from us either. But they have acclimated faster than we've figured out how to destroy their technological edge. And with all other weapons being plasma, walking up them is a death sentence. I understand that you both are hardy, but I do not want you absorbing a fire team's worth of plasma bolts on the off chance of being able to hit someone. Only for their shields to deflect that hit anyway.
I have expressed an openness and a willingness to qualify on any platforms that we're able to retrieve access to.
It's not that I dislike firearms, it's using them myself, having them so close to my head is more than a bit uncomfortable. Others around me using them is not as big of an issue.
Then you'll at least need a shield.
There were other options as well that I wished to
Yes.
speak to you about.
I'm still thinking, like, what if we
Have you
gave Maeve
finally
a fucking
considered
light
me
machine
flanking
gun?
you now?
Give Maeve a fucking LMG.
I understand if there may be mm,
She's a strong woman. I really like the Juggernog
misgivings,
idea for her.
but I am skilled with a bow.
Hmm.
It would not require any additional long
M-
training or anything of the sort.
Maeve with the 240 Bravo. Lugging that thing
I
around.
don't see the harm in it myself.
It is silent, it is efficient, and you can. It is a bit easier to outfit it
It
with
requires
different
no
sort of
maintenance in a
projectiles.
hostile environment for when you're forced to crawl on your stomach.
Lightweight. It would have to be a compound bow. The lower draw speed and rate of fire would be acceptable, an acceptable compromise for the higher penetrative value and larger payloads.
I'm thinking, like, give Maeve a super shotgun and, like, a shield.
It would be more
Or
effective against
give her, like, an LMG.
the Seleucid shield, I believe. If it truly does work similarly to PCS's. But cohesion shields, it is a technology. Yes, a compound bow. You would find this acceptable?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
We could even do something absurd, like explosive tips.
I had a few ideas, and that was one possibility.
Screw a BFG.
I could procure one for you. Unless, of course, you already have one in mind.
I do not. I wished to speak to you about it first.
Of course. You have my approval. I'm glad that you are finally considering a ranged option, to be honest. It's been a contention point in the past. As for Maeve, I believe we were narrowing it down to some sort of large caliber rifle, yes? To give you an alternative to your personal defense weapon.
I'd been thinking about it, ma'am. I would like to ensure that there is a way that in some capacity I am able to reinforce my role as someone whose primary job it was to safeguard others. So I'd considered, given that we've been training significantly, I was considering a heavier armored role, perhaps with either some kind of close range weapon or a light machine gun. Alternatively, though,
Squad weapon.
I am open as well to the idea of a long-ranged precision weapon as well, perhaps. To
You would be less effective against the Seleucia. If the shielding works the same way as Vermesh systems, it is based on velocity. The higher the velocity of whatever is impacting it, the more effective the dispersion effect is. It uses the energy, the kinetic energy or momentum of whatever impact as fuel in a way for the shields. The shock and the energy makes the energy structure more rigid in a way that
then
makes melee combatants and lower velocity weapons more effective in a way. Though this is where the Seleucia confuse us. Getting, according to Novarian research onto such or similar systems, I should not be saying this, but it will affect the lives of my bound, so I'm sharing the information I can within my classification. Getting the energy barrier, the cohesion shielding, away from its projective emitters. It follows a sort of, I believe, similar to volume on a ship, inverse square law. It takes twice the amount of energy for every unit of measurement further away. So the fact that they are able to wear heavy armor over their shielding makes it quite confusing to our analysts. Usually those with Vermesh shielding needs to be coated along the surface of the armor, which requires nanoscopic integration. I do not. The science of it is beyond me, but it is kept for personal shielding within Novaria. VIPs, important individual shock teams, those who
McMaeve
can
Doomslayer.
justify the cost or use it in such a way that does not increase the volume between the emitter and the shield. But if the technology works the same, melee weapons and lower velocity rounds may be effective, more effective at least. I say this because perhaps the long-range, high-caliber weapon would not be the best choice, at least for this conflict.
Of course, ma'am.
A
And
lower velocity squad-based weapon may be perhaps even subsonic with a suppressor. It would
You
also
could just put
make you
subsonic ammunition into her sidearm, spam the
indeed as well.
shield, then swap to your rifle, and then destroy the armor using the higher caliber round.
Yes, that could work as well. But if you are going subsonic, you may as well take advantage by suppressing the weapon, and it would accentuate and work better with their sensitive hearing. Would make you a better partner for Yona. We will speak more of this later. I'm liking this idea. Does this
large.
sound acceptable for the type of fighting that you will be introducing them to?
As long as it's something adaptable and something relatively compact.
Compact.
Running around with a 5-foot rifle in a sewer isn't a good idea.
Perhaps some sort of rifle platform that is undergone some sort of squad-based conversion for higher capacity.
That, or I was thinking
With larger,
pairing.
lower velocity caliber munitions.
Alternatively, ma'am, another weapons platform I'd be willing to work on, as I feel like, as you mentioned, versatility would be well advised. We could have a larger squad-based weapon, belt-fed of the sorts for certain engagements, but then perhaps a shield and shotgun weapons platform.
Well, you will have Verimesh integration, so as long as we increase your cell count to proper levels, you could have both.
Perhaps a shield for others as well, ma'am, if needed.
Considering that you are going to be operating alongside Maeve, she has a 5th generation, like in the same biological, what would you call Vermesh cells, this type of nanostructure, robotics integrated within her biology. It allows her to, I shall demonstrate. Allows the rapid construction and deconstruction of material into a specified, we call them blueprints. It allows for one to carry multiple different weapons on the person and used for multiple factors. She does not have the cohesion shielding integration. It's restricted to her kind at the moment. But it will make for a more adaptable weapons platform. Quite compact, too.
Is affected by electromagnetic pulse?
No. Because it is integrated within the body's cells, and they are, in a way, deconstructed and microscopic. Most electromagnetic pulses, the wavelength is too large to affect the individual cells. They are, I say microscopic, but they are truly on the nanomolecular level. Similar to how
Nanomachines.
some forms of light, yes, to use the colloquial term, yes. Some forms, similar to how some forms of light or the microwave wavelengths are too large to go through the mesh in the front of a microwave. Similar with electromagnetic pulses. Of course, one could design a device in such a way that would, well, still affect it, but most devices such as background radiation from nuclear detonations should not affect it, unlike the colors.
Duly noted.
Hmm. Beyond the Salusa,
Happy Maeve, happy Maeve.
one thing
She's
Director
happy.
Philip has not been able to give me confidence on is how long the fighting will persist. Of course, it's war, and one cannot. One does not come home from by Christmas. Of course,
Oh.
it's never, despite what the politicians say, never true. But do you have an estimate of how, in the general sense, how much longer the fighting may persist?
No earthly idea, because the attitudes of the various commands of the districts seem confused.
Mm. Are the warlords of
For
Saphira
example,
vying for power over fighting?
no,
That's his
I
version of
should
saying the DMs
clarify.
don't fucking know.
The opposing forces command structure is confused. I think they expected this fight to already be done.
Mm.
We expected the event to
Considering some
already
of
be
the
over.
units being deployed are more terror squads than proper soldiery, the
They
fighting is
expected to
confusing.
shock everyone into laying over and baring their stomachs.
Pretty much, yes. A
They
common
probably
weakness
have
of
not
theirs
adequately
is that
prepared their logistics in such situations. Logistics is the
they
first
have
thing to lose.
an interstellar logistics network. So their overall logistics is quite strong. It's just on the basis of districts that they have less ground in is when their logistics can be threatened, such as the logistics of the mega building. But
One
try
can
to
be
say threaten the logistics of the forces in Palace, you're swatting at flies in the middle of a field of corpses. Hit one, there will be a billion more in an hour.
mm,
Hmm.
you must have some sort of logistics train if they're getting supplies from some sort of galactic conglomerate or entity. You must have some sort of entry point or supply route. One
Actually,
If you are rich one place, it does not make you rich another.
ma'am, if I
You must
may,
get to
in,
there, yes.
in theory, couldn't you actually see that from the cathedral?
Hmm.
How
Depends
the
on the point.
supplies are going from the upper city, which is immensely shielded from surveillance, to their forces on the ground is the part that we cannot see.
Hmm. Sensible. Cannot simply look at satellite imagery when the fighting is beneath an entire city.
Yes.
And
There's a working theory that the EMPs that were detonated before the full attacks were actually obfuscation measures to plant teleporters, but where those teleporters are and how much they're capable of doing is entirely unknown, as well as our ability to counteract the teleportation.
Wealth of the upper city to use teleporters in such a logistical, carefree manner is. Not to say that does not
They
shock
have
me
more money
slightly.
than sense. Their clothes are
Yes.
interweaved with actual gold. The Scavers have been quite rich of late.
Speaking of scavenging, Yona, did you mention the proposition about one thing that I would wish for out of this?
Recovering some of the equipment.
Yes. Some of the Salusa equipment. As I have mentioned, the certain elements of Navarian research, the research sector and private sector, are quite confused as to how the Salusa are able to mass produce such similar technology as we develop. Cohesion technology is a very specific application of mesh integration. To see it used in such bulk across such large numbers intrigues us.
Well, as I said, we've never
would-
been able to kill one.
Truly.
That's right. He did
Outside
say
of the
that.
fighting on the first day, as far as I'm aware, we have never killed a Salusa. And that was only because the entire might of the whole of the slums and two of the largest military industrial complexes in Saphira, save Leap Foundry itself, were throwing themselves at their lines with reckless abandon.
Well, do not throw yourselves with reckless abandon amongst to these individuals, but if some manner of fluke or opportunity presents itself, it would do a lot to the Admiralty to excuse the previous error on your part if you could recover such a device. Or even some sample of it, Yona. But of course, in the field, do not allow it to distract you from whatever your orders are or your objective is. You
Yes,
as well,
ma'am.
Maeve.
Of course, man.
Should this fighting come to pass, you are to take Yona's orders, and whoever is in command of the squad at the time, defer to their experiences.
Of course, man.
What may seem unsensible to you may be some manner of intuition or experience by the others that is informing them that you are not aware of.
I have all faith and trust in those here at the table.
Quite high praise from Maeve.
I may not have serviced directly under Mr. Shaw, but given the man that I believe I've come to understand loosely through the brief conversations we've had, I want to believe that he is an honorable man at heart and a man of action.
Incredibly high praise. I hope that trust is given the weight it deserves, Mr. Shaw.
Considering all factors,
Oh?
considering all factors, trust that my priority is that whoever I send out comes back. Outside of that, I cannot guarantee anything else in terms of my priorities.
Of course.
Hell, we may even get lucky and the Salusa don't even show up.
Of course. I would prefer you keep that your priority as well. I'm no stranger to such failures myself.
My questions were satisfied the moment I understood both of this to be a willing affair for the both of them. Outside of that, effectively getting them armed and armored is all I really ask. I've already lost one friend today, and I've lost a lot of others in this past month or so of war, and I'm not looking to bury two more.
Oh,
My condolences on your friend. I know it means little, but it is all I can give.
Indeed it is.
If that is all, then. Do
Could
you
I
wish for more
have
contact
one
information?
question with you in private?
Indeed. Yona, Maeve.
Once this is done, we can
Thank you.
talk
Yes, ma'am.
in a more cordial manner inside the house.
I'm dismissed.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mm.
Could you get the door for me, please?
Yes.
Thank you. I can't help it. It's also, in a way, exciting to think about.
I suppose
No?
not exactly what I'm truly focused on at the moment.
What do you mean?
Just the two of them in close proximities.
Hmm. Do you
What's
think
the word?
puts you on edge, perhaps?
A bit.
May I ask why? Given,
Two of the two individuals with the two strongest wills and opinions, and having those volatile is the word I would probably use.
hmm. Do you suppose so? Mr. Shaw seemed to be receptive when I educated him a little bit about the reason of Navaria's go-abouts, and Lady Karina seemed amicable when Miss Sarah voiced her opinions about things with the lichens. Maybe, in a way, they're actually two halves of a similar coin. I like to think of it. Ooh. Oh.
I don't know what just happened, but
Did it do like the little circle, green circle thing, and then it just poofed you over somewhere else?
no, I did it without.
Oh, that's weird.
Now things are not where they say they are.
From my perspective, you look okay.
Yes, it is. Don't worry about
Mm-mm. All that to say is, I think maybe in a way they're more similar than perhaps we give them credit for. Not one and the same, of course, but they're both old soldiers that were forged in the flames of their own respective conflicts. One is far more lowborn, one would say, than the other, but in a way, I feel like there is a shared ideology between the two. Both have a love for their people and care about those beneath them.
It's hard to. It's hard to put into words.
Do you worry about something happening? Or something boiling over, perhaps?
No, just
Does it also make you worried since they're both, in a way, your boss?
that I hadn't really considered. I don't know.
I wish to have faith.
If anything, what I feel like I can say for certain is I can tell he is most likely more uncomfortable here than Sarah was.
Really? Hmm. Well,
Not even just here. It's Bridgeport. Well, he's not the biggest fan of.
hmm. It does seem, given the way he described his upbringing, if you will, and his previous position before his arrival here, that a place like Bridgeport would seem alien in a way. Like how I felt going into the meat rack for the first time.
Less about it being alien and most of the government buildings in the city, most of the buildings in general have a certain security systems that have an adverse effect on him.
Hmm. So, not necessarily mentally uncomfortable or
Well,
maybe
that
socially,
too
well, but less so and more so literally.
is most likely both.
So, I see. So, partially politically, partially socially, but also partially physically, literally. I c-
Perhaps.
well, I'd say chin up, dear, or I want to believe that things will go well. This will be the new chapter for us, one that I'm frankly looking forward to.
I'm just on edge.
I believe it'll be fine, my dear. Unless there's something specific you're worried about.
Something I can put my finger on.
Uh, Perhaps it's just nerves getting to you. This is, after all, a very big deal. And given what he's implied with Aegis and their, I don't want to say removed hand, but I suppose that's kind of the best way to put it from things with the conflict. This would be our first major involvement, unless you've had something that I'm not aware of.
I suppose it would be the first.
The implications are lofty, especially given what they've just spoken about when it comes to that one group. They do sound like a rather hard target. I I also perhaps want to believe that maybe some of the nerves are born from recent events. Lady Karina has been, I could see it in her eyes. I know you've seen it. When she's stuck in that office and you just see the look on her face where the expression doesn't change much, but you can tell from the way her eyes shape that she's just grown from concentrated to tired. She had that today in the what felt like a few hours of a call, but then also combined her weary frustrations with her the things she had to deal with, and combined them with Mr. Shaw's recent loss, the casualties that were inflicted upon him on a personal level. I have faith.
No.
If you'd like to keep an eye someone on things, we could always sit on the couch.
It's fine.
Okay. A bow. I suppose I could see something like it fitting your choice in weaponry.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, you use a sword, a short blade, one that is better suited towards fighting lesser armored opponents. And if a firearm isn't to your liking, then a ranged option would be something like a bow. It would make sense, in a way. I'm not criticizing your choice. It wouldn't be mine, but I see the merit to it.
A bow is something that would be much more familiar to me.
Hmm.
I've killed things 5 times my size with a bow.
Then it'll be in good hands. Have one adapted to the wonders of the current technologies that we are afforded, and you surely should be quite capable. Otherwise, are you doing okay?
Yes.
You don't come around enough. I miss you.
I suppose I can be solitary sometimes.
Solitary. I thought you just would rather stay up on the Aegis Cathedral than come here.
Well, considering it is more often than not that I do not leave my room,
You don't?
I don't know. It's been better lately, but oh, I've been doing a lot of reading, I suppose.
Why didn't you tell me? I would have been happy to spend time with you.
It's not. Often it is a need to be able to think, either that or not think at all. And both sort of require. I
Hmm.
don't know what I'm saying.
You require the peace of mind to just be in your own head for a bit. I don't know exactly what circumstances have been occurring recently that have put you in such a state. I thought you, well, if you've had questions or anything you'd like to speak about, I would have been happy to be an ear for you to bend.
These things I haven't fully figured out yet, I suppose.
Mm. Maybe I can help you. Or at least,
I'm not sure anyone would be able to.
what if you gave me a try? Even if you don't think much. Maybe I can at least help offer a direction or a different perspective. That's what we're here for, after all. Hello, Yoko. And if nothing else, perhaps you'd just be right. But at the same time, you don't know until you try, I suppose. And if it's been eating away at you this much recently, I certainly don't like to. Well, distrust might be a strong word for it, but I don't like to imagine you in such a state.
For a while, things were, I think, were just unsure with Sarah.
And where are you now? Or what position are you at now, do you think?
Better.
Better.
Mm, I'm not sure.
Well, when's the last time you spoke to her?
Today.
And how did it seem?
As I said, better. But speaking of how things have been the past month or so, we're going out to dinner tomorrow, and hopefully that will clear things up.
That would be nice. I hope you enjoy it.
Mm.
Maybe you could take her to the spot that we went to. That was nice.
She's taking me somewhere.
Oh.
He's promised me somewhere to buy me steak.
With one another
No.
for a half a
That sounds
decade now.
good.
Even some of the youngest of the more established members. Some of them have been fighting and dying alongside one another for decades now. Rank is something if you do not have the ability to clearly delineate what needs to be done and who needs to do it.
Rank out of
Consider
necessity
me.
instead of formality.
You can consider me more of a privateer in that regard. I'm given writ to do what I believe Geldir sees as best fit for the future of the district. Truly, he hasn't passed orders to me in over a year.
Kitchen
Because I
hangout
don't need
RP.
to.
Maeve and
I
Yona
show up, I
are being
fight
brought into the
enemies in
Saphira war
hand.
effort.
They're
Please,
extinguished, areas
please.
become stable. Bad guys go away, good guys get to live another day. Hoorah, effectively.
The fucking mistletoe.
Put simply, yes.
Sorry, you kind of walked into the back half of a conversation. They were asking
Very
about my
inquiring,
actual
but
formal rank in Guardian, to which I'm technically considered an intelligence officer, which is probably that was
No,
if that wasn't already guessed from my ability to ascertain.
this is an
that
embassy
Navari's building
in
up
an
a military
area
presence
outside of Saphira.
it is quite
without having
in some
set
way.
foot in Novaria. Well, I mean,
One must protect
listen,
their
your
economic interests. And hold
real
loyalty to
giveaway
what
was
they
your
should.
officers. One does not establish a position hungry and, especially due to the nobility tide, prestige reliant officer corps if you're not expecting those officers to be put to use. One does not develop military prestige sitting on their ass at a desk.
That is what I was just explaining to my father. Yes, that was the meeting I was in right before this. The Arendelles are historically a civilian nobility. Trade, mercantile, business, land. It has caused quite militarily political scandal that I have got into my position at as young as I am, from a family as fresh to the military as my own.
I will admit I have no idea how old you are, so I will just assume so.
I will leave it a mystery then. Yona,
Yes, mom.
could you grab me some water? I think one of my cigars went bad.
Why specifically belt fed?
Yes, me. Why belt fed? Have you ever shot a belt fed machine gun before?
Only when we would have to perform some of the trainings in convoy routes, if we had to man the open spots of turrets, or if we were guarding a compound and having to be prepared in case of a mass organized riot should it turn violent. Guarding embassies and locations like that, though, of course, that was for more specialized training avenues. And if I can be a little personal for a moment, the wait felt good.
Good. I was an ammo bearer. I was familiar with the feeling.
There was a
Hmm.
pride that I felt in me being able to wear some of the heavier armament, arms and armor, being able to wield it and maneuver myself with grace that others could not. I took a personal pride in my abilities and the way that I was able to train my body. There was a confidence booster being able to wear such heavy armor and wield such large armaments. But also, if we had to be a little bit more practical, the large magazine capacity allows for efficient suppression of enemy forces, or in the case of there being a swarm, as I'd imagine would be amongst things that could be dealt with, the target-rich environment
Depending
could
on
then be
the
met.
opposing force, yes.
Yes, what were they called? You spoke of me to them once, Yona. The the rats that
The
plagued
Skaven.
Skaven, yes.
Rest assured, the Skaven are scared shitless by this war.
Oh, are they now?
Hmm.
Still scaring about though, I imagine.
They. Oh, absolutely. There's probably millions of them under the city.
Being able to make the opposing force think twice about running into an area lest they meet their god is inviting. And the ability for it to be by our hands, and for the ability to shrug off incoming fire in a way, while also being a bulwark for my allies, seems inviting.
You strike me. You remind me of some of my gunnery officers. In the way you speak about weaponry.
I am a proud Lycan woman, one that has grown to be refined and very capable, as is my station. But after all, at the end of the day, I am a shield, and I wish to display that.
Perhaps when I regain my station amongst the Valtoria, I can ask some of the gunnery officers to show you around all the different weaponry. Get you trained on all of them, should the need arise.
That is the brief reason for my choice in a larger squad or squad service weapon.
Perhaps a trip to a firing range should be arranged.
I'd be delighted, ma'am.
Just more so with the technological advancements of your nation, I'm more surprised that drum magazines haven't been perfected. Most of the issues of them have been ironed out by most Zephyran gun companies, but then again, it may also be because mercenaries love the look of a good drum magazine.
There was also a practicality to it.
Uses more electromagnetic and rel-based weaponry, though we still make selective use of more traditional ballistics.
Ballistics. You were about to say?
Oh, just I'm sure you're familiar with the need to break links off and otherwise to use them in a weapon that takes the same caliber.
So, are you familiar with the over 500-year-old operating system known as the Browning automatic rifle? I would imagine not.
I am, actually.
I see you've been to a museum.
Not quite, but
Maeve is like, what the
I see
fuck
you've
is
been to
that?
an
History.
archaeological dig.
We have some samples at the Novaria Naval Academy. As part of our
Point
history
being,
lesson.
John Moses Browning made it to
was
Navaria.
a
God bless.
unwieldy, long, recoil nightmare of a gun that could take hamburgers out of people. And it had a 20-round box magazine that you could carry a lot of those boxes. So that was what our machine gunner used. So that was what I carried. I never actually carried a lot of belted ammunition. Besides, you would hate to dive onto a rock and accidentally lose 50 bullets.
Well, I will also be honest. I'm not quite familiar with what the equivalencies that the modern general Navarian infantry would be. Oh,
Trust me, I don't believe anyone would be stupid enough to use the equivalent of a bar, save maybe myself in 24-26.
but whatever it would be that Navaria would use, I think I would like to look into the equivalency. After all, if for no other
Perhaps I'm
reason.
not quite that foolish, but are you familiar with what an Orlican is?
Yes. You are also augmented.
Yes. But it is no less an antiquated weapon platform.
Oh, I
I've
thought
used
you were
one
meaning in
once
terms of
in anger.
performance. Yes.
I've used one once in anger in the most stupid engagement I've ever been in.
War can be pretty stupid.
Yes, there was a unmanned unmanned weapon system making an advancement on one of the. I was on a shore boat.
Oh, the fucking the
ferrying
ship.
myself off of one of the
Right.
landing craft after one of the landings, and out from the bushes comes some unmanned platform, and we are on a small. We thought the harbor was secure. It was a mistake on my part to. Well, I learned that day to be more thorough with my searches, but this weapon system comes out of a small hidden patch in the foliage, and the weapons platform amongst this ferryboat jams. The electromagnetic coiling inside seemed to have been miscalibrated, and one of the electromagnetic rings had disaligned, jamming the rifle mid-shot. And so the platform is approaching us. Obviously, suicidal explosive device of some kind, and it's approaching 500 yards, perhaps. And it is about 20 feet long, maybe half the length of the craft we are on, but more than enough. A 20-foot long boat, even with its unmanned systems.
That's a lot of boom.
There's a lot of, yes. Perhaps I still do not know to this day, but I think that they had. I think he was targeting me. Yona, of course, does not carry any heavy arms, and all of the individuals with me only were having personal small arms. So I pull out. I have blueprinted into my Vermesh systems a 20 millimeter Orlican anti-aircraft cannon. I procured the blueprint for back in the Naval Academy as a jest to one of my friends. Little did I know, it saved my life that day. It took me a moment to remember I even had such a thing in my systems, and
What's up, Turtle?
out it comes in one shot. Felt the shockwave from perhaps 500 yards out.
Still remember how long my ears were ringing for.
That's quite loud. It was,
Which one? There's a few anti-tank rifles.
Never expected such an antiquated weapon system that I had procured as a joke to be
PTRS, PTRD, the boys.
As you said, war brings out the absurdity in everything.
The boys, there was the other one, I forget what
I
it
think
was.
if I recounted the number of ways I've killed someone, it would not be worth repeating. Mine was unironically a rock.
A rock. I can't say I've
Fiona, do you
ever killed someone with a
remember?
rock.
Do you remember how I
Object of the mag when it
said
was empty.
how I lost my sense of smell?
Yes, vaguely.
Oh.
Oh,
In that case, you can feel free to tune this out so that way you don't need to relive the horror.
Yeah, some of you wish.
I was attacked in the middle of a night
Delights
reconnaissance mission.
Hmm?
I'm sure she can handle it, but sure enough,
I was just
I'm
sniffing.
not sure if you've ever drunk before.
I'm not
but
sure
I-
she's
No,
for
ma'am.
this either.
No,
You
ma'am.
were saying you were
Not
ambushed
casually.
in a night reconnaissance mission.
By a individual back home that were called the Fumantari. Essentially, they were assassins raised since childhood.
Oh,
They were some of the best infiltrators and assassins of the opposing force. And one tried to ambush me. Now, of course, they delight in taking life up close, so they did not bother to shoot me at a distance, which they could have done. They wanted to stick a blade in my neck, so they tried. In the melee, they lost their weapon. I lost both of mine. Actually, 3 of mine. And in the process, I was desert and mountain activities, so I had one of the camelback backpacks with the metal straw attached. And he had gotten a hold of the straw, and after knocking my gas mask loose, attempted to jam it into my eye socket, missed by a hair's length, and jammed it through my nose.
Oh.
Oh.
Which is why I have this lovely piece of covering right there.
Huh, I've always noticed
Also, I
that.
cannot smell, which I heard was apparently a horrible thing. I'm just kind of used to it, I guess.
most
I imagine
humans do
Yona or
not.
Maeve made quite a shocking sound when they realized you could not smell.
That was Yona. I've never told Maeve this story.
All I heard was the sulfur story.
The
Ah, yes, the sulfur story. Oh, we're going to need to sit down for this one because with the amount of
Do you wish for
stupidity
any
on
wine?
hand, you might lose the ability to walk.
Please. Yona, some wine.
So, on a long-range reconnaissance patrol, we had come across a dried lake bed that we needed to navigate through to get to the enemy's position. We're in the process of doing so when some ants jump out of the ground. Now, of course, this doesn't sound like an issue.
I don't know.
Because ants are about that big here. Here, they're about back home, they're about the length of this table. Slightly wider than it, too.
Oh, no, I was bringing it to them.
Let's just
Sort of
say
mutation, I imagine.
Guardian District was not my first time being exposed to radiological materials, no.
Careful, Maeve, the table does not hold the cup.
Oh, yes, it's a racist table, just like the racist cups.
Oh, the racist.
Do you-
yes.
Should we move somewhere else where it might, or do all of the tables
We
hold such
we are-
negative
we
dispositions?
most definitely have glasses in front of us.
Fair enough, I don't. Either way,
Now you
Do I have to drop it?
thank you, Maeve.
yes.
Of course.
So, as we're moving along, these ants burst out of the ground, and our anti-tank gunner gets his leg caught all the way up to the knee in this thing's jaw. And it's bitten through the ballistic weave of our leg, but hadn't pierced the flesh. So it's throwing him around like a rag doll.
Cats push things off
we're
tables.
trying to get
Dogs
him, but the
knock
ants are
things
preventing
off
us from doing
tables.
so. He can't reach his sidearm because he's being thrown around. So he grabs the only weapon he can, his anti-tank gun. And we see as he aims it down the length of his leg at the ant's head. And the
Where's
machine
muzzle?
gunner,
He'll
myself,
blow his leg off.
exactly what we thought. And so the machine gunner, myself, and one of our riflemen tried desperately to reach him, but we did not make it in time before the mist of pink and yellow, the ants bled yellow, rains throughout. And so we think, oh shit, this guy's blown his leg off. So we rush to get the ant head, the only part of the ant that survived, off of his stump, we presumed, so we could put a tourniquet on it. As we're attempting to do this, our machine gunner, in his infinite wisdom, looks at me, looks back at the gore, and says, Charles, that doesn't look like blood. And then he takes his helmet off. And so I'm immediately horrified. Our helmets are linked to our gas mask, so it's one package. Which, again, tells you the strength of Umentara, considering he managed to break steel with his fists. So, he takes his helmet off, takes a wide swath of it from his fingers, and licks it.
Acts like cat, dog, chassis, Maeve is a fox.
Word, myself and the other riflemen are beating the machine gunner half to death.
How dare you, Curlon?
Yona's heard this story about 7 times. I'm so sorry, Yona.
I brought it up in fairness.
And
Sorry.
Story, Yona.
It is one of my few good
That
war
is
stories,
Underestimating it.
which I guess spoils the ending of how this goes. Well, give me a moment. So, we eventually get the ant head off of his leg, and amazingly, his leg's still there. You know, all 5 digits, foot, everything. Everything's exactly where it needs to be.
Did he shove the
And
barrel down the mouth of the ant in the organs?
We think he hit it in the shoulder and it blew out.
Oh. Absorb the shock.
So it was actually just past his foot, yes.
Incredibly fortunate.
Incredibly. So we remove the ant head. I'm, on the ground ready to throw another punch, and then the rifleman goes, wait. There's his
How dare
foot,
you? How dare you call me out?
perfectly attached. The ants bleed yellow. So what is this? So of course he takes his helmet off and licks it.
Of course.
And eventually the whole squad did. The AT gunner obviously last. Because it tasted like cinnamon.
Oh.
Now, I haven't already said this. Where I came from is another demiplane.
Ooh.
I'm not actually from this Earth at all.
I heard.
We ended our civilization in nuclear hellfire roughly 180 years before I was born. So things like cinnamon did not exist. We roughly knew what it was from powderized cinnamon and pre-war mess
Synthetic
kits that we would occasionally, yes. So we obviously, as proper special forces, top of the line guys, descend into anarchy and begin filling every empty magazine, every spare helmet, every orifice we could with this red gooey substance that tastes like cinnamon, and drag it back to base 1 week later, whereby we learned from a science officer who was attached to our regiment in case we found anything odd that what we were actually licking and eating was a pheromone flame propellant that is stored in an organ in the neck of the ant whenever they've frequently mutated
So these
around
ants
sulfur
breathe fire,
deposits.
and you were
Yes, and we
drinking
were
its
eating
propellant.
the flamer fuel. Yes,
Well, was it safe to eat?
none of us burst into flames. The science officer told us it was wildly dangerous and that we should never do that again.
I have heard of more
I ate
absurd
all of
rations.
mine. Well, if you want more absurd rations, that's another story, but that's not safe for the
Of
kitchen.
course it
So,
is.
my other good war story.
Hmm.
I basically only have the two.
Yes, I.
Long story short, raw aloe vera without being processed is a diuretic. Don't eat it.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yes. You now
I
know
can
the
imagine
majority
how
of how
this
that story
goes.
goes.
Yes.
I got the full
Fortunately, it
length of
wasn't
it.
me and it wasn't
Some
our
enlisted
people.
probably made some sort of mistake.
No, it was an officer.
misconception. It was an officer, of course.
A young one.
The first lieutenant, actually.
I've heard the story.
Yes.
It is
In
certainly
excruciating detail.
it is certainly not one fit for the kitchen. He's definitely cracked.
Then perhaps another time. Maybe,
Hmm.
mayhaps if I visit this meat rack once things calm down.
I imagine win or lose, things are not going to be calming down for a while.
Yes.
Something to keep in mind is that the threat of the upper city has always reigned over everyone in the city, from the lowest of the low to our council. If we were to win, there would have to be a new balance of power established. Not to mention the damages and the probable millions of dead properly buried and mourned.
Disease must be running
this-
rampant.
Unfortunately, that is something where I think you should concentrate on your own first.
Yes, we have taken preemptive measures already. This is why the docks are permanently staffed by lichens at the moment, and their select handlers. More resistant to disease and radioactive fallout.
I meant mainly the article from your clinic on the mainland.
That is not specifically my area of expertise, nor my authority. Such things are. I'm nowhere near running the country, or even running my own my father's or my family's company. But I look out for my people in the ways I can, those I am responsible for. Despite the best attempts by politics to get involved. There. I'm done.
So did either of you have any questions for me, actually? Because I realized that the questions were mainly from her end, so...
I do not believe so, at least not off the top of my head. I will give it some thought and let you know if I think of anything.
I do.
Should. Oh, yes.
Given that this is a bit of a unique situation that we're finding ourselves in, I understand your desire to remove us from the theater of Guardian, but
Keep speaking.
what. Where do you see ourselves? Where do you rather see us operating and performing
If you're
what
going to be
nature.
fighting, more likely it will be under myself just because of the requests put on me.
The other
So
question,
more likely, sorry, go on.
mainly which actions would we be performing? Like what will the various operations that you are aware of entail? Could it be a various mix? Will there be a specific set that you will be tasking us to assist with? Will there be certain roles that our little organization will be performing? What do you have any general idea so we could be loosely aware? I understand you alluded earlier to sewers, but was uncertain if it was to what extent or to what ends are the various roles we'd be performing would be.
The most immediate objective that comes to mind with the skill sets that you already possess is actually unrelated to fighting any of the upper city forces at all. There are ball cultists that are operating inside tunnels that are needed for the movement of supplies. Their elimination from the area is paramount to our own logistics surviving. There is also the fact that there is a desire to open up a second theater against the upper city in a more permanent capacity. This is where a faction of the ball cultists known as the Beastmen come into play. They are extraplanar in origin and have been affected by a force of elemental chaos is the best way I can describe it without opening up a textbook. Effectively, these are individuals exposed to the raw nature of the malleability of the universe, and it has changed them for the worst. They are, to put in language everyone here understands, the talking points of the Eastern Lycans are very much the casual existence of a beastman. They worship a god that demands blood and flesh and very much aim to destroy any pillar of civilization that they can. The only reason they use a gun or armor is a mockery of civilization itself.
So they're
We've deciphered this
What's the
from
first target?
specifically, we're aiming on, frankly, pissing them off. So that way they will rise out of the sewers at a position of our convenient location, which just so happens to be directly under one of the larger upper city concentrations in the district. From there, I aim on utilizing propaganda and false flag operations to where the
I was literally about
faction
to
of
say
the
that.
upper city
I was like,
that
he wants to
is
false flag them.
either lying about their intent or they are well and truly individuals piloting drones who believe that they are somehow playing a video game. I will seed into their communications networks the potential reality that this is a new event. I had my daughter explain quite a bit about video games so I could understand how these events work.
I cannot say I'm familiar.
Effectively, the long story short is we're going to call them call their bluff on whether or not they are playing a video game or not by essentially seeding a false flag operation to draw in their units to fight the Beastmen, not realizing that this is a front that we engineered to have them fight on the worst ground possible against enemies no one will mourn or care that they're gone. Because understand that the Beastmen, as I said, hate any facet of civilization. They would even despise the Eastern Lycans for having a written language.
Hmm.
Worse than savages.
They are
One note
they
in
are the
mind.
worst of the worst that I have encountered.
So
I've been briefed on
consumed.
their existence to an extent.
Hmm.
They seem quite, just like with this Skaven, quite entrenched within the sewers of the city in some locations.
The
Should
latest
we
reports before the war listed their numbers as over 100,000. So, yes, they are numerous.
more than a fitting first encounter for you?
Yes, ma'am.
The only issue, of course, being that the Beastmen hardly have a phone to Upper City. The odds of this shielding being present is effectively zero.
This uh, request for Salusa shielding technology is an additional optional objective. It is a nice to have, not a requirement.
Not a condition. Understood.
No, it would be. I would also not expect it, if it were to happen on the first attempt of collaboration.
Hmm.
It is it is a objective of opportunity.
Hmm.
The objective here is primarily to give Maeve the experience and also act as a reward for her excellent service so far. And of course, cannot undersell the actual positive impact we would be having.
Well, of course, from what I understand, it would not be officially recognized as Novarian, so
Of course not.
I would at least
But
recommend masks, but that is entirely up to y'all. I don't think anyone I would be sending would really care, aside from if there was an Aegis agent who happened to be involved. They might recognize you. In which case, I'll say, oh no, it's another Aegis agent willing to actually help in the Undercity. Good gods, what reason have we come to?
masks may be prudent. I would think on it. Thank you for the suggestion. Any additional questions?
What would be the next step then? Just inform you when things are ready or we're ready? Or.
The next step, because unfortunately a degree of guerrilla warfare is flexibility, I don't have a syllabus.
As long as we are given a day or two's notice ahead of time.
Yes. Well, I suppose technically speaking, the issue is that if the siege of the mega building does occur at the timetable I hope it to occur at, that may technically be the first time that either of you might be able to actually fight. It just really depends on the timing. If that timing is not available for whatever reason, then yes, most likely it would be this mission.
So, do you just need us to inform you when we are ready? Or would you just want us to wait for you to have something?
Wait for me to actually be able to get the official logistics in line, because if we're going to be blasting that tunnel, I need explosives, and I am nearly out of the explosive I've been keeping in
Which
secret.
explosive?
Plastic explosives.
How much?
Alternatively, I can see if Barley Fist. Well,
How much?
the prior amount of scanning we did indicate that the weakened tunnel was being held up by two steel support structures, so essentially enough to bring down a building scaffolding. Not a lot, but more so placing it in various places and not so much just I need
A
one
few
big
pounds at
bomb.
most, then.
Yes.
At most. I cannot say I could procure such at this moment, but should such supply issues come again in the future, and this first operation prove fruitful on both parts, I am not adverse to, well, Maeve is already procuring additional equipment. What she brings to these operations would be, of course, something that is merely needed to ensure her success.
Ultimately, it depends. I don't wish to lean on
couldn't-
any.
Yes, it would not be in any large amounts, of course. Nothing official or truly at scale, but enough to breach a door or break a pillar. Well,
Break a pillar.
yes.
Mm.
You did mention you wished for higher impact devices. The option is available. In a small matter. Barleaf. Dwarf. That sounds like a
Yes.
dwarven name. Yes. Always something wheat or alcohol related in their names. Barley.
He used to be a brewer, now he's a pseudocidal engineer. Thus is the way of the Karazakarak.
Such is the way of a dwarf. Never dealt with their kind myself, but the royal family is not fond of them. As you some old past light from before the split. They did not speak much of it. Any more questions? It has been a pleasure.
It has. I wasn't sure if you were expecting me to be more unamicable, but the conversation has gone well.
I try not to go into these types of conversations with too much expectation, one way or the other.
Fair enough.
But I am glad we came to an agreement. Both as soldiers and as individuals seeking to help.
At the end of the day, my goal is to ensure that these two make it through this and other conflicts as healthy as they can be.
Then our goals are aligned. Maeve, Fiona, if you could see Mr. Shaw out.
Yes, ma'am.
And from one meeting on to another. At least this one's in garden.
It will never stop. It never does.
This
Thank you
is
for your
so
time,
formal.
Mr. Shaw.
You as well? It's so formal, I feel out of place.
I will just be walking you to the docks.
Fair enough. I reckon you do not want to go to a seedy dive bar that is somehow operated by a councilman's third in line to discuss the use of micro explosives.
If such was asked of me, I would.
Say again?
If such was tasked of me, I would.
I mean, I appreciate it, but I'm more surprised.
My services to our people and to Lady Karina, if that is where she needed to go and that is the conversation she needed to have.
This is specifically to do with Zafira and the upper war situation.
Well,
Not anything that was requested by Navarian interests.
I believe I will be making my way back to the station after I drop you off.
More than fair. So did either of you actually try that? That looked like red wine.
I don't typically drink. I need to be of my faculties to ensure that the embassy and its perimeter is maintained and secured.
I already had enough for today.
I was more asking in a non-formal manner because since y'all probably have more refined palates than me. Does that shit not just taste like cough medicine?
Depends on the type you get. There are many, many, many different ways to do red wine. Many,
Don't say I'm not the
many different ways. Almost an absurd amount of
All
different
right.
ways to do red wine. It's like sushi. People can say they don't like sushi, but there are so many different ways to do sushi that I find it hard to believe that somebody doesn't like it, more so that they just haven't found the one that they like.
I've never tried.
Well,
Either way.
Thank you again for coming with us.
It's good to see you.
Likewise. And just like Lady
Be safe
Karina
out there,
said,
okay?
I should be saying the same for you. I'm sorry for the loss of your friend, truly. I've been blessed for the moment to be spared such loss. But I can imagine, in a way. For what it's worth, you do have my sympathies.
Thank you.
They truly do seem to be, you all truly do seem to be caught in the middle of a war without honor.
No war has honor. This one's just a war of extermination. And at this point, the thesis that's arising is that they will exterminate us or we will exterminate them. So, I know which pathway I'm looking for. It's just the means to accomplish victory will be just as horrific as the actual conduct of the war itself. No one is walking away from this free or clean. If anything, it's been a private concern that I will disappoint the both of you in what may need to be done, so.
Well, if the choices come between life or extinction, I suppose we'll just have to cross that bridge when it comes, yes?
Indeed.
Be safe. Good luck in your meetings. I will allow
Thank
you
you.
both to return. I would go and see Lady Karina and see if she has anything left of me for the evening.
Fair enough.
Message me more often. I miss you.
Me? Oh, we never did get it confirmed as to whether or not I can have your contact information. Would you mind asking about that?
Of course.
Thank you.
Yeah, message me. I miss you. And be safe in your trip back. If you have questions, you can always talk to me, okay? I'll do my best to give you my ear.
Have a good night.
You as well. Well, 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 Hoots. Well, well, well. There it is. August 22nd of this year. Pretty interesting stuff. Pretty interesting stuff. Just saying. Perhaps she's already retired for the evening. I'll have to ask her. Now will I get the door wrong again?
Maeve.
Oh. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I was changing. Apologies. Mr. Shaw has been left out.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, is
They-
Yona returning to station?
Oh.
Excuse me.
My apologies, ma'am. Yes, Yona informed me that she would likely be returning to the cathedral. And Mr. Shaw has another meeting he needs to meet with or go to in the rooms of Saphira. How did you take this evening? This meeting?
Acceptable. Mr. Shaw is an impassioned man who, bit of a warhound, a tuck dog-like personality, but quite agreeable once you get past his foreign ideals, of course.
If I may, ma'am. One thing we were informed of
Yes.
when dealing with other dignitaries, especially in, I don't want to say less official or less civilized, that seems rather improper, but less developed. Foreign, that's the best way of putting it, is
That's a colloquial term.
it wouldn't be uncommon for some posturing, some establishment for them, a little bit of chest pounding.
We are both soldiers of some type. Sailor, Marine, Army, soldier, ranger, it does not matter. We had that common ground. Posturing would have been... That is not how we were speaking.
Of course, ma'am.
He was... So long as you can temper your thoughts and do not let his personal beliefs influence yours, he should be an acceptable man to work under or alongside with.
There. Sounds like there
I have
was.
met more foolish, intelligent officers than him.
Sounds like there was. Based on your terms, ma'am, if you don't mind me saying, it seems like there was a bit of souring to the meeting. From my perspective, things looked rather well, but I suppose
They did go well. But I could tell. Well, he bluntly stated his distaste for the corrective devices and how Novaria treats its bound. Not an unfamiliar opinion amongst foreigners, but he admitted that he was uninformed on the years of history, though he had read up on Princess Ophelia and other matters, but, well...
I had done my best, ma'am.
A month's worth of reading cannot inform one of 400 years of history.
I had also done my best to enlighten him, ma'am. He seemed receptive when I spoke to him.
Yes, the way he speaks of these beastmen of the Ball cultist remind me of your Eastern brethren.
They do seem to walk parallels with their more backwards and savage ideology, but where I would at least give even a shred of modicum to the East for having their own culture, these people's entire lives and perceptions seem to revolve around wanton violence. This, of course, isn't me supporting my views of the East.
There can be culture, and then there can be civilized, and then there can be civilized culture. The Eastern Wilds have a culture, yes, but they are not civilized. So
Hmm.
yes, you are correct.
These beastmen just seem
These
to be
beastmen, they are
Saturday morning
beasts.
cartoon
Absolutely.
villains, as one would say. Their perception
I
and
would
their.
not describe those who cannibalize others as cartoon villains, but
I meant cartoonishly evil, ma'am. The faction that's entire persona is based around being angry and killing things. It is as one note and one
some
track
would
as one could
argue
possibly
that
argue.
the tribes around where Yona is from in the north are such kind of beasts.
There likely are.
The tribes to the I am unsure how much you were allowed to read about your own kind to the east, but the northern the northern lichens are seem to be a bit more savage, even compared to their southern brethren. Food is less plenty, so they are more likely to pillage and raid each other, more likely to raid the Varian settlements, eat individuals when winter has left them starving. To the south, where food is more ample, it is less likely to encounter such tribes. So where does one draw the line? Where does one draw the line between beast and culture when one's culture is being a beast?
In my
I am
personal
not a
opinion,
philosopher, though.
ma'am, the East, while being unified under their displeasurement of the West, they are not as unified as I think perhaps we would be led to believe.
Of course not. They
Hmm.
are fractured tribes.
Hmm.
They infight all the time.
And that's where I believed perhaps my views would come from. These beastmen, as they describe them, they don't seem to have any even typical ways of life that we would even consider to be borderline instinctual. The need of shelter and food and water, where they seem to have an insatiable desire to simply go about and murder everything. This is not me
I
defending
guess
them
you will
or.
find out in person.
Yes, ma'am. I am eager to assist where I am able to. If these creatures would wish to harm the others, only to sate their own nonsensical desires, I would almost find them no better than those that wantonly bring death upon those within the lower city.
Yes. Well, you shall have to inform me of your experiences if this clearing of supply lines and false flag operation proceeds as Mr. Shaw has described.
Do you believe, if I may inquire, ma'am, do you believe my opinions on him are misplaced?
I believe you were remarkably quick to
Come to
give
judgment.
such a high opinion.
Perhaps.
One must be. I'm not saying your judgment has been wrong so far, but you have. You seem to have given him quite a lot of trust for how little you have engaged with him.
For what it is worth, ma'am, I have formed my perception based on the bit that I have seen and from what I understand Yona thinks of him. And a man like him who's willing to even go up against or denounce a group like Aegis for their perceived lack of action against, or rather in the war effort, justified or not, it is not my place to say. I believe it to be the mark of a man that wishes to do well and see the right thing done. However, You are correct. I have not personally had dealings with or otherwise.
Do not get blinded by those who say they wish the right thing to be done. Everyone's definition of the right thing is different.
Though his station as well. He is an officer of a very humanitarian orientated organization, from what I've understood Aegis to be. Man does not reach such a station frivolously. But, with that being said as well, just as you have said, it is too early, and this is from my own words, it is too early for me to say in full confidence that that is how I feel. It is what I have been led to perceive and have observed and have heard that is the ideal of the man that was sat here today and that I have spoken to, but I would like to still verify it for myself.
Indeed. The old adage is
Trust but verify. Yes.
I believe you may trust him with your life in a battlefield. From my judgment, his ideals are strong and his beliefs are true. But what I'm cautioning is do not let his belief become yours.
Oh, ma'am, I assure you, my ideals and where I stand in terms of my station in being with you is unwavering. I believe in the West and what it has done for the Lycan people. I believe in what you and Yona have been able to do for our people in a way as well as what we've been able to achieve through the symbiosis of union between Lycans and Navarians. I assure you, I will not be assuaged.
But that is all I ask.
Of course. Fret not, ma'am.
I return for the night and shower.
Of course.
You are dismissed the rest of the night. Do with as you please.
Of course, ma'am. I do assure you as well. I'm not going anywhere, so long as I can help it.
Of course. I'm bound.
Of course.
Don't be by my side.
Always. Oh, one last super quick question. I do sincerely apologize, ma'am. Mr. Shaw inquired about the possibility to receive my contact details. I told him I would ask you.
You may give so.
Understood, ma'am.
And
Thank
if he
you.
requests mine, he may have it as well.
Understood. I will inform him.
Do so.
Have a peaceful evening, ma'am.
You as well, Maeve.
With my RGB gamer chair. Team Fortress 2. Time for Maeve to play Team Fortress 2 Heavy Weapons guy. She respawn?
Oh,
To,
Global. Oh my god, I think they are.
I'm here to
There's so much to fix.
ask if I can buy one of these. I hear the
Sure.
slaves, so I want one.
I have a price sheet. I literally have a price sheet right here.
Oh my god.
Uh,
What? Bitch!
you want?
Yeah, you were
Okay,
bitching.
that'll be.
What do you mean I was a bitch to you?
That'll be 1,250,000 credits.
Fuck! I
What
don't
do you
have-
mean,
I
what
don't
do you
have
mean I was a
money to do
bitch
that.
to you?
Yeah, she was rude to Kita once in the past.
Was she?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't her fault. Kita was just being Kita,
Yeah, my
right?
stream.
And she was talking about drug stuff, and you were like, I could tell by your body language that Maeve, right? Maeve had gotten upset.
It was like,
So Kita picked up on it. She's like, all right, bitch.
I don't know if
She
I
calls you.
I don't know if she
calls
was.
you the
Oh god.
the
The
mean
B word.
soulless one because you already.
Oh.
We gotta correct
That's it,
that.
soulless bitch.
Maeve's,
Yeah.
Maeve's more of a goober than Yona. You're literally out here doing the happy dog dance, like.
Liar.
You're sitting there.
1.2 million, I think, is what I heard, right?
Yeah, something like
I have
that.
to save up for years. I'm never gonna be able to buy that.
Be that,
Charles, look away.
be that. I'll put up here, huh? What?
What if you want like Maeve, like a Maeve type plugin? You know.
I don't want a Maeve type. I want that one.
Okay, it'd probably be like 1.5 mil or something. Probably more than that.
Damn it!
Karina
Would you
doesn't care
actually-
about that much
would-
money. Like
would
to her,
Kar-
that's like why would she need that money? So like to her, you wouldn't be able to buy her. Karina wouldn't sell
Would-
it.
Okay, that's what I was like. I was like,
but,
would
like-
Karina actually sell her?
If Kita actually
No,
came, if
Karina-
that'd be the funniest thing.
1 mil is like
Never sell it
if
to
you want his
Kita.
credit card limit for the month is 2 million credits. So like
Yeah, by the way,
That
I
would-
touched that today. It felt very nice.
that would be
yeah.
that would be
put
fucking
my hand-
hilarious. Wait, where?
That Kita bought.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, like fucking Charles would kill her.
The
So,
highest level
that-
like
Yes, I was about to
I have a
say
chart,
you're
though.
you're
Like,
missing. I would like to be. I would like to buy a myth.
That'd be the Kita going up to Karina. Can I buy that one? How much? 1.5 million. Okay.
100,000 to
They would be like, what the
150,000 credits. Skilled labor is 30,000 to 60,000.
I don't need any
Not
skills. I
hard.
just need them to be cute. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I can pick them like
Like,
Pokemon,
these are
right? Okay.
priced approximately like cars, from like used cars all the way up to like Bugattis and shit.
So I want pretty eyes like that one, and she's got to have glossy lips and stuff,
Or
and
you want to
soft
genetically
eyes.
engineer your own Lincoln. That'll be like like 5 mil.
No, I don't need genetic engineering. I'll look through the catalog.
look away.
You want to clone them?
I don't want to clone them. I'll just pick one. Like, give me a whole
Flash
list of them,
cloning.
you know.
Look, I'm sure.
Give me a whole list
Look,
of-
I'm sure we could just talk and we'll get along. Okay.
Meow, meow,
When do I
Have you
ever
heard of
fucking see you? No, just kidding.
I know.
Nice.
I leave easy in the lobby. That's why. Or I leave early in the lobby. That's why.
I might finally be able to go to Meat Rack, at least for just a Saturday this coming Saturday. I don't know if Maeve would be there, but at least I'd be able to
That'd
maybe
be-
go there.
Scared.
I got
Yeah,
I know so much more from working on the other stuff.
It would be really interesting if Maeve, if she got to actually like sit with
Also, my
Maeve
fucking
separately from the
PlayStation
others.
thing where
Because
it
you've
was
been there a
like
couple
really
times. It's just Kita hasn't been in because I usually get out kind of.
Yeah, Maeve. The reason why Maeve was like that was because she was stressed out. I'll be honest. She was really stressed being at the Meat Rack. And she heard thing about bombs, and I think it was right before you, but the guy walked up and was like, hey, if I wanted to slip a drug into someone's drink, what should I get? Like right there, and Maeve was just like, what the fuck is wrong with this place?
Both parties kind of pushed, like kept themselves
It was really
constrained for now.
funny to me. It's like-
The
I like
war
those
was
kind. I
very
like those kind of
much the, like,
misunderstandings. and
two
stuff between the
soldiers
characters
speaking
and the characters.
earnestly, and that's
Maeve isn't
far as
sure how to
Charles
feel
really
about
wanted to
Kita, because
push
like on
that
one hand, like
was just kind of
when
like,
she heard her for like the first time, I was like,
we
oh
were
yeah, like she does
accepting that
drugs,
we're
like
of
she
a
does
different
drugs and blah
opinion,
blah blah.
I'm
And Maeve was like,
accepting
okay,
that
but then
I'm not
she's
going to
popping up
fucking
in
get
ages, and
along with
she's
her, you
like,
gotta say. But
well, they wouldn't just
ultimately,
have her up there for
you relate
nothing,
to
so
these
there's got to
two,
be
and I
some
care about
reason.
these two more than I
Oh
care
yeah,
about
totally. I'll be
about
redeemed.
you know
That's
you
right.
being
That
wrong
cat over there, you see her?
in this
She's
moment.
working on redeeming me. So you know. That
She
way,
can fix
that
you.
way I'm,
You
yeah, it's
can
basically like putting a
spout
condom on me, you know, so I'll be
whatever
completely
racist gobbledygook you wish, but at the end of the day, I know I'm right, so go fuck yourself. These two matter more.
But
Hell
first,
yeah. Let's go.
I want
Fuck
that
Karina.
dog right there, the good wolf. That's my favorite wolf, so I want that
Woof.
one.
Woof, woof.
Yeah.
Maeve is
See-
such a goober. If anything
She
bad
actually
happens
sent a
to her,
DM.
billions
She
will
sent a DM
die.
today to Yoda that called her a good girl, and he was like, "Don't say that." Why
But-
not?
Maeve would be like, what?
What?
I'd be like, what?
I like finding things that resonate for the characters.
What do you mean,
And
ha?
Kita likes finding things that manipulate or work real well, work effectively on friends of hers. So like,
Oh,
Charles, you know,
because it's going back to
Charles
South
likes kind of
Dakota.
being-
Fuck you, turtle.
Charles likes being negged by a girl. He enjoys being mistreated to a certain extent.
That's one letter away from being a really bad, funny
Yeah.
statement.
Kita, Yona likes being treated with respect, and so Kita is mostly respecting and a little bit of flirting. And then Cat, she's very careful with, because you know, Cat's a cat. She's like very prickly.
I got told someone in my chat. I think it was, I don't remember if it was Curlon or if it was Turtle. No, it was Curlon. Yeah, someone in my chat's like, Maeve acts like a cat on a dog chassis. She's a fox. I'm like, fuck you.
That's actually cute.
Kinda, yeah.
Here, Cat, I'm gonna send you something. Look at this.
Well, Maeve's a puppy though. When you get her excited, she's just literally a puppy.
Yeah.
She's a good Maeve.
But here's the
We
funny
like
thing.
Maeve in this house.
Kita wouldn't be intimate with her because she wants Yona. Yona's her wolf.
I see. You wouldn't, Maeve? You wouldn't?
Mm-mm.
You wouldn't want a house
Aw.
with Maeve?
Nah.
Oh,
I mean,
you-
I'd take one, but I
Oh,
wouldn't
she
intimate
loves
with
that one? Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, that's actually the thing I noticed. I realized today there was a moment where Kita, so it was Kita, Yona, Kat, and Sarah, and Kita's like flirting.
Fuck off,
doing her
turtle.
flirty thing
I'm
and
just
stuff.
kidding.
And there's a
Mhm.
moment. You going to bed?
Goodbye.
I just need to take my headset off. Maybe I'll get a second one, but
Oh.
I'm.
Why is
I'm falling
Sakoto
asleep.
not drawing a line to? Well, why is Haruka not drawing a like line to Sakoto? Don't they fucking like? Doesn't Haruka?
No, this was
really like
done by
Sakoto?
her. That was done by her fans. So you have to tell them.
Oh,
So
okay.
they,
What?
but I love the one
Everything else
between
here is kinda
Kita
right.
and Kat.
Yeah.
Kita
Yeah.
love, Kat complicated. Well, fuck
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I know. I forget what it was. There was a moment though where Yona said something to her, and she got like really like concerned about Yona and Yona's heart. Oh! It's when she realized that Sarah was actually actually meaningfully flirting with her, and she's like, "Oh, I actually like." And she didn't get jealous, but she's like, "Oh, I'm sad because I won't ever get to be intimate with Yona now."
Oh.
Well, she realized that she actually loves Yona.
You say that, but we don't know how it's going to go.
That's okay. I'm sure there'll be some kind of girl explosion, you know. And then that's okay. I'll come and save you. I'll make you feel better.
It was when Yona was like, I don't know what wanting to get in your pants means. And then this one was like, Yona, she was flirting with you. It probably means that she does want you to. And Yona was like, wait,
Save it.
what?
Let me send this.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what it would ever
Yeah.
look like with Maeve and like a romance thing. I think she'd be really shy, like on not knowing what
Yeah,
what the
probably.
fuck to do.
We just pet her
probably.
ears.
Like Yona.
She is a
Here we go. Here's how.
blurbo.
There you go. We're girls friends now.
Oh my god, whoa, crazy.
Whoa.
I'm waiting for the day someone
You're gonna
actually
date
offers.
You're going to date a drug dealer? Oh.
I'm waiting
She's-
for the day.
But I
someone-
mean,
Don't worry, Maeve. You've gained respect from me. All
uh,
they may just people don't know what they're doing.
it's
I'm waiting for
them.
the day someone offers a collar
at
to
them.
Kita. No, I've been waiting for someone to do that.
Yes,
That's a good
I,
super
I don't
soldier.
actually. I don't
That's a
think
good
that
super soldier.
like Maeve would see like a collar as like a kinky thing. She'd just be like, "Why? Like, why? You don't gotta wear it. What do you mean?
That's okay. I'll,
I know, no,
Don't
because
worry,
I
Maeve,
get
I'll
the
teach you
swing
all
and the
about
open at the same time.
What? Why do you need
Wait
to
a
teach
minute.
me? I know what it's
Uh,
about."
Maeve,
Oh,
Maeve.
no, no.
She's about to be a freak. You gotta watch out.
What do you mean?
Gotta have it out.
What do you mean she go be a freak?
Yeah.
I'll teach you all about how to make use how color can be meaningful in a relationship between two people. What it really means to be owned.
You know what I think we should get
What?
Maeve?
I'll put a sticker on it. On her butt.
What the fuck?
I gave out a Kita sticker today.
Give her.
Give her tentacles?
No.
Oh, flatline.
This
Ooh,
slot
that
box
sounds cool.
sucks. And you
Yeah,
put like a
it does.
suppressor on it.
I want
It's a high caliber, slower
Gavarians are supposed to be
There you go, I
super
sent you the
railgun
picture.
based. Like, we should try to find a fucking way to energize it or make it into a railgun.
Maybe.
I sent you the picture.
Oh. Let me look. Oh my god.
Crazy. I'm tired too.
Now
That's
I'm
fine.
concerned what
Oh.
the picture is.
Oh no, it's an out of Oblivious's Discord. It's just people doing a relationship chart between all the characters.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm crazy.
And most importantly, I'm on there, so that's why I care.
Oh,
Bro, just come everywhere. Ew.
wow,
Bro
there's.
just farted. Anyway, take this, Keto. RPG.
Is it actually completely black your vision out? Is that
Paige
an
isn't even.
aspect of-
Paige isn't on here.
That's
Yes.
perfect.
Oh, Paige is there. Never mind.
Oh yeah, no, it's It's
God, I
it's
can't see
effective.
anything.
I can guarantee.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey, Cat, come here.
What? Why?
Give me an out of character hood.
If Norelia and Haruka are together, that might break Paige's heart a little bit.
My
Oh,
foot's
go,
dead,
go to the,
so
go to the,
It's okay.
go to the,
I don't need your foot
go
to
to
do
the
that.
docs.
I'm
Go
going
to the
now.
docs. The fucking, the thing
Good
sucks.
night, man.
Ah, 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 ah.
Nice RPing with you. I had fun.
What the fuck?
We still haven't
Go to
had
the-
our serious talk with each other, you know, because you're all complicated about shit.
What?
I'm sorry, Maeve is just Maeve is
Yeah,
just
that's fine. Keep it
the
down.
good bean.
She
Go-
knows
go-
that
go
there's
to the
something pending, but she
docs.
doesn't push it,
This is
right? 'Cause
one
She
Like
tries.
the person who died
What the
yesterday
heck? Good night.
you're going to bed.
is very much like
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the. To
if
the
you're
I'm gonna leave
familiar with
spawn
the
box first.
character, they're very much like Tiberius had Devlin for a long time. Charles had Zuki.
Bye bye.
So now with her death, it's kind of like a very old established friendship is gone.
I want to leave the spawn box.
Well, we're all leaving anyways.
Yeah, I'm about to say goodbye because I'm going to log off. But before I do,
Bye.
come here, Sin, give me a hug.
Mind
Okay,
you.
Goodbye. Thank you again for listening.
I'm
We'll,
look.
we'll have.
Most likely.
I'm looking at that thing as well. Does Sakoto not like Paige?
No. Remember, this was done by her. This was done by her viewers.
I just
not
hope
by
you
her.
had fun with it.
No, it has like there's no back arrow pointing to Paige like some of them have.
When we had the
Well, you just have to ask.
Karina was like, okay.
That would honestly break Paige's heart.
Pet. Rip. R.I.P.
It was nice.
Yeah, well, she's already not sure if there would be even anything with her and Sakoto. Probably not. But then there was maybe something with her and Haruka, and it's like,
Pulled away to something else.
Obviously,
But-
you just need to flirt harder.
30 minutes.
Paige is too shy, and I can't actually be fucking around. I'm really trying to. It's a work in progress.
Okay, you get it.
I mean, Paige?
Well, you could always flirt with her as Maeve, you know. She likes girls. Actually,
I could
Dakota actually
this
doesn't.
map better.
I don't think Maeve would be able to like have that like
No.
I don't think Maeve could do that. Like I don't know if
I
Maeve
don't
would be
see
able
Maeve
to.
initiating. No.
No,
that's
she
not
I
she
think
she'd be.
I think once Maeve comes to understand the opinion, and especially if she actually reciprocates, that I think that's where things would go well.
Jake, do you guys
Up
think
until
Sakoto
that
doesn't
point,
like
yeah.
Paige? That would break her
I
fucking
love
heart.
the Novara girls so much. I love.
Novaria.
I can't. Yeah, Novara. I want to interact with them so bad, but
I want to do
I
more. I'm sure. Well, actually, there was something really interesting that fell on my lap today that I can tell you guys about. So
It's just
yeah. So
It's like a male cat.
actually, Eddie,
What?
just so you guys can be aware, part of the reason I was a little bit delayed coming in here is because I checked my fucking emails and I might have an interview with the state of South Dakota, again of all fucking places, to be a assistant
shit.
historian.
Move from?
Yes, I just fucking moved from there. But I might have an opportunity to take a historian's position there, and it's like with the state, so it's like if I do, if I actually go for the interview, which I'm hoping I do, and I do get it, I mean that's great. That means I have to go all the way fucking back to South Dakota.
That would fucking suck.
And it's even more remote because it's in the cap.
God, he
It's in
looks so cool, Brim. Why'd you have to make
Yeah, I know.
Pharaoh look so fucking cool? He's actually so fucking cool. Cat,
Go ahead,
I can spin a wall
I'm pretty sure I shot that eye out.
Oh, take care.
Good night.
Yay.
I'm sorry. So
That's fine.
literally what happened. I got home and my dad's like, "So you're getting lunch, right?" And I'm like, "It's 2:30." And he's like,
Pat's gonna
"Yeah,
get
but I can't go."
captured.
And
If
it's like,
Sakoto
"Okay,
hated
sure."
Paige, I think Paige would just cry.
Dad, I need to RP.
I need to go to roleplay. So, nah. I was happy to go. I was happy to go. I was just like, I thought he already got
Get a friendly out of
food.
character hug.
God,
Yeah, you can be-
fucking sick, dude.
It's like it'll be really. We'll see what happens because you know Kita will try. I don't know actually. She's uncomfortable around Karina, so I don't know if she'll actually like initiate with Maeve. But if she sees Maeve being cute or something, she might try a bit and see what happens. I don't know.
I'll just have to head pat her inside of
Oh.
Kita, and Kita will just melt.
Yeah, this
It'd be
Oh,
really
I
funny
swear-
if the
I swear
Vipers
block-
actually
block
did
this
improve
asset.
Nova, and it's just flat out. a
No,
better
sorry.
product.
Charles
It'd be
had
really
bet
funny.
Maeve, and Kita sees it.
yeah, because she'd go over and go like, okay, my turn. Like, I know that's exactly what she would do.
The licensed combat
I
simulator
feel
for
like-
the United Sanctuary
Can I
military
do it?
after this, you know?
Yes,
That's what
you do.
Navari is doing. Well,
To
that's
be a
not
head
what Navari is,
patter, I just don't
It's super
think.
cool.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what Maeve would be like. Like she'd be like,
Yeah, we'll have to see, you know.
Dude, you're cool as
Alright,
fuck.
I'm out.
Pat's gonna
Bye.
see him and
take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, bye.
Good night. I need to make the revolver into, or it is a VRC Fury proof.
Okay.
I just need to, like package it up and send it back.
You gotta get going.
Yes, I have.
You bought it.
Not a scene, fortunately, just a lobby.
We'll go get him, champ. Have fun.
Yes,
He
I
bought
need to. I need
this is
to
a
engineer
VRC
my
asset
war
that, like,
crime.
Came with like sound effects and shit. I did all.
Oh,
the
have fun with
articles and
yourself.
the
Good luck.
animations. I didn't actually use what came with the package,
Have fun.
but
You just wanted to mesh.
Yeah, but I used the sound.
Yes, don't mind me. I'm struggling right now. Me when I'm struggling.
Are you struggling so hard right now?
That is the fucking coolest
Yes.
fucking revolver I've ever seen.
It had two barrels. It had two barrels, and I removed.
I've seen cooler.
Why? How could you?
I've
I
seen.
was trying to optimize it.
Okay, so that's this leg. I've seen the Cattleman's revolver
Oh, I
from
did- I did-
Fallout New Vegas. Now that's the
I did, like,
coolest
the sound
revolver.
effect, too, so if you're far away, you will hear the like a sniper sound.
Oh
You-
god.
You find it funny whenever I go from sounding slightly intelligent to sounding like I don't know what the fuck I'm saying?
You done gone fucking burger.
You done fucked up now, you damn Novarian. Wait, but you
Oh,
sound
God.
like you're from that region. Shouldn't you hold other views? Well,
Both Sokoto
you see,
and Haruka
unfortunately,
hit
I'm from
page.
this little place called. Oh, and of course, now as soon as I need to say
Fucking-
that, I forget which Virginia was with the North.
So much better.
Bub, the good one, the right one,
I'm from the good Virginia, you dumb fuck.
the right one. You dumb
I'm
fucking
from the
bitch.
Virginia that thought that Sherman should have burned your ashes a little harder.
Should have turned your fields to charcoal, baby. Warmed them at Valley Forge. That's where that happened, right? Oh, that was stupid. That was so stupid. Ah, good old, good gravy.
I don't know what the hell a Britain is. All I know is I sure do love me sweet tea from Chicken Express.
Britain, ain't
I
that
don't know
that
why
place
they
in
had to throw
Massive
that in
Two
the
Shits?
harbor.
Ain't Britain that place
I don't know
in
why they
Massive
had
Two
to throw that
Shits?
tea into the harbor. Couldn't they have just given it to me? I just drank that shit easy.
Roll Tide. Oh my god. Gee, no, don't turn into a beastman and yell at it. That's so fucked. Fucking beastman from Bama. Alright.
Oh no, I'm just being dumb.
Not the same as coil, but similarly how coil kind of saw the
RP dodge.
Vipers did it sort of disgusting.
RP dodge. How many swings was that?
You know what, that's it. I'm hitting you with the gun that needs to be fixed. Yeah, I need to.
I'm
I
rolling
need to speed up the
Constitution.
sound on the
I passed.
natural 20.
Yep, sorry. I actually,
Okay.
I don't take damage.
No, but look at this. I love this piece of shit.
Looks like a Dishka.
It is a Dishka.
Okay.
I want to look at the particles and tell me what the problem is, though.
Oh, yes. What's up?
Okay, I'll tell them. Yeah, particles are broken on this map in the spawn box. I don't know
I think
why.
it's-
Oh no,
think
I'm just
particles-
showing him that it's a
I think it's
shotgun.
particles that have collision. Particles that have collision, I think. Break.
Yeah, probably.
I'm just showing him that it's a shotgun. See, it's got the Russian blue shells there.
Hmm?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's from Metro. It's their.
Okay,
it's
I
their
was gonna
automatic
ask.
Shotgun.
I was gonna ask if it was from Metro. You.
And then I hit you with
Doing
this.
okay,
You
huh?
should know what this is.
Oh,
You're
it's
a big
the.
fan of our
It's
World Wars.
France's most amazing, perfect, never ever go wrong light machine gun from the First World War. That's probably the most it'll ever fire.
Yes. No,
The
of course, the
Chauchat.
Beastmen were able to make a working Chauchat.
The pretty dog girl.
Dog or tail wag.
Then of
Yeah.
course I also have this thing.
We,
for
we,
when I
we
absolutely
need to
have
give
ventilate a
we need to
Nobarian
give Maeve
werewolf.
we need to give Maeve a tail wag.
Oh my
Oh, are we
Yeah.
taking a picture together?
I need to put the dog whistle thing on your avatar too.
The dog whistle.
You
They transform and brawl.
It's-
Andrew has a I put a
No,
dog
they
whistle on
transform
Andrew's
into all
avatar, and it makes it
this.
where whenever he does it, only
There's
I hear
a
it.
slight
him not
problem.
Ew.
Yeah, so I spawned in the floor in this model, so I have to go up a bit. So there you go. Now I'm actual proper height.
Ew, gross. Ew, yuck, ick. Yucky, ewy, ick.
You know what? You don't have to insult me.
No.
He's got a bone to pick with you.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Oh.
Ow, my
See,
fucking.
unfortunately, this is the part where I'd say that I'd need to ask you a question, but unfortunately, the texture, the C on it, this is still a work in progress model, as you can tell. But
Is that cool?
Ow, my forehead.
Is that cool?
Yeah, ibuprofen. My headache.
I just want to, Kat, would you mind standing up for a second? I'm just curious about something. The blade alone, nearly half her height.
It like goes
On
up
this
to her
thing.
chest. Yeah.
Keep worrying, like
Come
it
here,
doesn't
Austin.
really feel that the weapon's that
It
big.
is cool. Watch
And
this.
then I look at one of you, like regular sized people for comparison, and I'm just like, fuck you. And I'm just like, damn.
You got fucking chopped in half. Damn.
No. I'm good.
IRP dodged.
Okay. I am quite literally exhausted. I'm out.
Go get some rest, hon.
Bye. Night.
Alright.
So are these the guys we're gonna be shooting?
This is the Minotaur of the Beastmen. This is their actual heaviest hitter. The
God.
one perk, ironically enough, suffering the same issue that Yona does, only melee, because they're too stupid.
No, they're just corn followers, and everyone who follows corn doesn't realize that gun is viable unless you're the fucking Blood Pact. Or arguably the World Eaters, arguably. Or you're like the one
Yeah, I can put
fringe
the-
demon faction that has a cannon. Or you're Chaos Dwarves, I guess.
But yeah, I can just.
Ow.
So
Wow.
Why do they not have textures?
They exploded.
We haven't put them on yet.
That's like the first thing you do when you import a model.
You know what? Fuck you, Brim. Fuck you.
Oh,
You know
oh
what?
my
Just
god.
like,
You just got him, you stabbed him right in the nuts.
You know what, Yona, just for that, not only do you only get to fight the Ungor, not only do you get to fight the Ungor, you get to fight the Ungor with the untextured shit.
It looks like a big bullet. I love that. What the fuck am I watching right now? Oi, bruv. I was gonna say. That was so silly. Oh, Bream. I'm not sure if it's me. I think the night vision might actually be on the same layer or whatever that my stream has, because my stream noticed some of the maps look way brighter, and then when I look at my recordings and my reviews, yeah, some of the maps for on my stream are brighter, but like my eyesight doesn't change. Like I don't get proper dark vision.
That's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'll have fun. Thanks again for coming by.
What does it look like now?
On this map, nothing. On this map, it looks normal. But like when we went to
Wait, doesn't like. What is it? What does it do to your eyes?
Me?
to your
Nothing.
Vision here.
right now, nothing.
Really? You're turning on night vision, not just the wolf eyes.
Yep, I have them both on right now.
That's weird.
Yeah. When we were on we went to the map that Eddie brought us to for the dinner. It looked brighter. Even I don't even know if it was on, but it looked brighter. Like the whole map just looked generally brighter to my chat, but to me it was like normal.
I don't know. I'll have to re-upload her with the new version of the night vision, because I've overhauled it for Yona. It's not black and white anymore. It's like a dark like bluish tint. Like it looks how night vision actually looks to animals.
Yeah, right now everything looks normal to me, like it's steady.
You also have like a white outline to help with like contrast.
I have you as an outline.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Pretty dog. Why can't she get with you with Maeve, huh? Why can't she just get with Maeve? How about that? You know,
Dude, I
she could just
know.
get with Maeve. Maeve will hold her.
I don't think Maeve is not her. I don't think Maeve is her type. I don't even think she knows what her type is, but I can tell you Maeve is not her type.
That's sad, but I guess fair.
She also like subconsciously, like she doesn't obviously she doesn't realize it yet, but she kind of subconsciously like anything that reminds her of Novaria kind of like puts her on edge and gives her this like subconscious feeling of like anxiety for obvious reasons, but she hasn't like consciously come to that like understanding yet.
Man, so many of my characters just get to be sad. Paige is sad. Maeve's gonna be sad.
I think Yona's type are people that are
Oh, God.
weaker than
London
her, that she
POV.
feels like she can protect.
What a coincidence! No, just kidding.
What a coincidence! Hi, Paige. Well, we'll see if the thing with Sarah blows up in her face.
But even then, would Yona really go for Paige over like the others that are also kind of eyeballing her? Like
what
if
others?
Kita
What
is.
Kita's not her type. Kita's too much.
Or just
Kita's
straight
way
up
too much
not.
for Yona. Kita's way too much for Yona.
Well, I mean, if you want to do something, I'm open to it. Obviously, depending on how things go. Paige would
Yeah.
definitely be open to it. Well,
thing is,
obviously she'd be open to get closer. Obviously, like I'd love to have them do more.
Nobody has ever like expressed, like in character, expressed like interest in Yona aside from Sarah and Kita. And Kita kind of just wants to fuck her. Kita doesn't want a relationship with Yona.
I mean, according to what May said, like there may be more like actual feelings, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh man, but I am definitely open to it. You vote a beach episode.
I might go to sleep here soon.
Okay, hon. Well, feel free to message me. You're always free to. I mean, I know fucking Maeve doesn't have like Sapphire. I don't know if Maeve will get Sapphire, but Paige does. Or if you just want to just straight DM me / her, I'm open to that as well.
Yeah, of course. I should ask Eddie if she can make the Sapphire. I don't know if she'd be able to because the Navari phones are kind of locked down, but
fucking Maeve being like, "What is this?"
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna hop out.
Have fun, dear.
Yeah.
Thank you. This was fun. Well, I guess now that it's just us, let's wrap up for the night. Well, what do you guys think? There we are. There she is. We're setting up for the future to come with Maeve. I personally have no fucking idea what's gonna happen. We're just gonna kind of let it ride and see what goes on. Maeve in a beach episode. Maybe one day. We'll see how that goes. But yeah. That was fun. I'm really grateful. Eddie, Sean, and Bream and I, we all were planning this out for about a week. So we finally were able to get over here. Do we have a set date for the mission? No, we don't. We don't actually know what mission it's going to be. Beach episode Clifford. I'm going to kill you. But yeah, as you guys kind of heard there, so one of the doctors at the South Dakota State Historical Society reached out to me actually on Thursday, and he said, "Hey, when would you like to sit down and talk for an interview?" And I was like, "Oh fuck, I didn't realize I missed this email." So I reached out to him today, and I said, "I can." Well, first he said, "Does Friday or Monday work?" He's like, "Let me know so we can, set something up." And then today I was like, "Oh." So I went back on the map and I jumped in the water. Wow. Hold on. Okay. So we went back and at first I was like, I don't know if Monday will work because by the time that I get off work, I probably won't be able to it'll be too late for you, right? But I think if he says, "Yeah, we can make Monday work," then I might suddenly be sick that day, wink wonk, because it would be worth it to me to sit down and see if I can get my first permanent historian's position, even if it is with the state of South Dakota. Frankly, do I really care about the state of South Dakota? Not really. I'm going to be honest. And I'm going to be in the capital, Pierre, where that's where I'm going to be working, is the capital, Pierre. And Pierre is one of those state capitals that is like one of those blink and you miss it kind of state capitals, if that makes sense. It's like a small one. Phone interview. So yeah, it was pretty much just me being like, yeah, like if he tells me a day is good, I'm gonna just call out sick. I have sick leave. I'm just gonna take the damn day off. Just take the day off, sit down, have the interview with him, and see what goes on from there. If I get picked up, I have two options. Pierre, Pierre, like Pierre, French. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to figure out what the fuck I'm doing. I'm probably gonna talk to my landlord and I'm gonna be like, "Hey guys, I need to go." Smile. I know I was only here for like 2 months, but I gotta go. So I was doing some looking. I could get a earlier boat from here to Bellingham, Washington, but base price alone is $1,600, and that's just to get the boat. That doesn't include the room or anything like that. That's just to go from here to Bellingham, Washington. Now, I could take the boat from here to Haynes, but if I go to Haynes, which is also like 20 hours instead of it being 3 days, if I go to Haynes, it's only about $300. But then if I go to Haynes, guess what we get to do again, guys? 40-hour trip. 40 hours of driving to get from here all the way back to Pier. I'll be honest, I'm not thrilled with how expensive things are here in Sitka, but God, I'm not necessarily opposed to staying here. I am gonna talk to my boss though, because my boss initially was the one telling me like, "Hey, you need to kind of do what's best for you," but now my boss is telling me, "Hey, we might be able to get a position open for you." So I'm gonna see about having a conversation with my boss and being like, "Hey, man, South Dakota might be interested in me. Just saying, there is not a train, Pedro, because I am on an island. I live on an island on the panhandle of Alaska. And I drove here initially from South Dakota. Well, I drove from South Dakota to the point that I got on the ferry. And then when I got on the ferry, I then ended up back in South Dakota. Or I might end up back in South Dakota. So even if there was a train, I would have to drive because I have my car. Which I'll be honest, I really don't care for the idea of going back to South Dakota. But oh man, this might be what I need. Make trains underwater now. Yeah, well, you tell me where I can find the train that goes from here in Alaska all the way to South Dakota. Whatever gets me back into meat rack. Well, here's what I'd say. I'm pretty sure, well, I don't want to guarantee anything, but I'm pretty sure if I was to go back to South Dakota, if I was to go back to South Dakota, I probably have a Monday through Friday schedule, and if I have a Monday through Friday schedule, that would get me back to meat rack. Alaska, I'm closer to being a Canadian than an American. Pff, yeah, you're not wrong. Pretty close. So yeah, it's kind of the, I don't want to say grim reality. That's just kind of the reality of the situation we're in right now. I'm trying my best. Um, it's so fucking crazy, Hoots. I mentioned the idea of doing a donathon or something like that to try to drum up stuff because I think it'd be really cool to go to these national parks and do some IRL live streaming. That stuff's really fucking expensive. Just gotta figure out what's best for me. Yeah, exactly, Leo. And at the end of the day, as much as I really don't care to go back to South Dakota, as long as I really don't care about going back to South Dakota, if I can just get a year as a permanent historian's position, even if it's private, I could kind of private or state, I could kind of stretch it a little bit and be like, yeah, I totally did this one, wink wonk. But then I was looking at some of the stuff for IRL live streaming, right? I was doing some very basic backpacking, hiking, IRL live streaming, like looking for stuff, just for me to get like a really solid setup to do IRL live streaming. It's like $2,000 fucking dollars, and that's not including the cell. That's not including like the data plan. And that's not including like the tent, the back. Well, I've got a good backpack, but like the gear, the trips to go places. Like it's expensive. Like Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm open to it because I think it'd be fun, but I almost feel like if I'm doing it, we'd have to like, fuck, we'd really have to make it like worth our while, you know? Well, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I'd have to make sure I'm financially able to really do that. Yeah, you aren't kidding. Our live streaming is a lot. Yeah, I learned that a bit today. Jesus, but I'd want to give you guys like the best quality, you know? I'd really want us to go out and have fun, and I have a love and appreciation for nature. Like I'm not the most outdoorsy guy, but I have a huge appreciation for nature, which is part of the reason I'd like to do this because it gets me a little bit out of my comfort zone and gets me to spend some time with you guys and do like these stamp collecting things. I need chat support. Well, you know, we'll see. And that's honestly with some of the expenses is one of the big reasons that I'm like, what if I did a donathon, right? We do a donathon and I kind of have like tiers, like thresholds that we need to reach where I kind of price out some of the things that I'll need to buy, and then as we progress and you know if we were to receive donations, they'd like we tally it towards the total, do something like that. I think that'd be fun. Because I've always been really weird with just straight up asking for money, being like, oh, donate, smile. Like, I want to do something for you guys, something for us, something to have fun. Even if at the end of the day, the whole point of this thing is to have a means to stream a unique content for us to go out and about and to go and explore the world, or do I say the world? Go out and explore the world. Well, maybe one day, who knows? But at least go out and explore like national parks, go see nature, go be in our element as we are the parliament, we are the hoots. But yeah, I'm yapping. We can always sell your feet pics. Jesus Christ. You know how many people have teased about that? They're like, you can sell your feet pics. They won't know. You would know. You'd look at my feet. You'd be like, that's a man. That is a dude. But yeah, I won't sit here and I won't yap for too much longer. VR National. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. It'd be VR National Park streams. That's literally what it'd be. This whole thing was born because I was like, what if we fucking went to the gates of the Arctic and we live streamed it? Like, what if we live streamed the gates of the Arctic? That, like, we did like a multi-day, like, gates of the Arctic stream. I don't know how necessarily we would do it, but like the most northernmost, most remote national park in the United States. Way up there in the Arctic Circle, Alaska, all wilderness, no visitor center, no paved road, no proper trails. Just us. Us out there hoofing it. The only way to get out there reasonably is through float plane. That's the only way to do it. So it's like, I mean, imagine that, right? Like going out there and collecting like fucking Pokemon, or going out to collect all the national park passport stamps. Because there is at all the visitor centers, or just about all the visitor centers, there's a rubber stamp that has like the national park, and I have like a little Legends Planner national park booklet. So just going out and collecting the stamp from each location. There is like a visitor center, but it's not like a proper visitor center for the Gates of the Arctic. It's just out there. But like a trip there or a trip to all these different places, I think would be a lot of fun. And I mentioned like maybe like getting a PO box that you guys write letters to me, and then I could take those letters and we can go and we can read them on stream, and having like charities posted on stream, so people could donate if they wanted to like some of the places, and talking about some of the endangered or the at-risk animals that might reside within the area there, talking a little bit about them. Have the hobbit feet. I'm gonna throw a rock at you. Yeah, I don't know, stuff like that. I don't know, I'm yapping again. I just think stuff like that would be fun. There's a lot that I really would want to do with you guys, and I'd hope that it'd be cool, right? Like I hope you guys would want it. I know that I'm a roleplay streamer still, you know, but I'd like to think about doing stuff like that. Nature is just awesome. It's one of the reasons why I'd be really actually sad to leave here. I don't fully care for the job of messing with the tourists. Like I'll admit, if there is like one definite downside I have here is I really don't care to deal with tourists. Don't care. It can get really tiresome to deal with tourists. And I've only been here and like really dealing with tourists for about 2 months. And, well, about to be 3 months. June, like all of June, July. Yeah, about 3 months. 3 months. I'm about to turn into Steve. Ooh. I know. It's like, I don't really care to deal with the tourists. There's also, unfortunately, a big division between the lower enlisted, if you will, like the grunt staff here, and the upper management. I am kind of caught in the middle here a little bit, but kind of like what was it? I think it was Leo. Yeah, Leo saying, you know, got to do what's best for me. It's kind of what we're doing. We, for those that don't know, I've been traveling and just trying to find my home for the past 10 years. It's been a long journey. I've been in numerous different jobs. I've gone and graduated college or university. I've been around. And I'm desperately trying to find my safe harbor finally. Desperately trying to find my harbor. And you know, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I really need to find my harbor soon because it's getting tough, Hoots. I'll be the first to say it. It's getting tough. My current paycheck does not cover my rent fully like I like it to. It does not do that. So it's getting a little rough. I'm trying to make it work. But yeah, I'll slow down on the yapping, guys. Let's get back to our fun fantasy, right? Okay. So, what do we got? We have let's see, what's today? Today's Saturday, right? We've got Eden tomorrow. I want to see my cat. I want to see my cat. I love my cat. Yeah. Oh, I guess what I might do is or sorry, really quick going back. I might actually put like a list of things that you guys would want to see in a donathon, and kind of just I'll look to see how other people have done theirs, like what the terms are and stuff like that, and do like a donathon, and just kind of see how things go from there. Maybe we'll try to time it for a weekend or something. I'm gonna punt you, you little shit boot. So yeah, maybe look forward to that in the server. But yeah, next week is break, and after that the festival. Yes, you actually have a day off tomorrow. I'm gonna take your day off just because you want to punt my cat. You don't get a day off. You get to go back to work because I said so. Thanks for being the reliable employee. Go back to work. No. Yep. So we got our day off. For those that want a little bit of an in to what I'm doing with Osiris right now. Osiris is looking into Smarrow. He's looking into the Whispers, and he is looking into the Long Silence. For those that are familiar with the Long Silence, that is the alleged High Lord that shot Valdris. That sniped Valdris from the top of the Maxim Tower. Osiris, I think it would be really cool to do a sniper duel. Osiris and the Long Silence. I think that'd be really, really, really cool. But yeah. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I need to get more information, figure more things out, play it by ear. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. Sorry, guys. I'm exhausted. I don't, Leo. I was actually just thinking about that. I need to do that for Osiris. I might actually hop off here and do it. When I get off here, I might hop into a Creator Companion and mess around with a little bit. A sniper duel with that guy sounds scary as fuck. Yeah, it does. Holy shit, it does. But wouldn't it be kind of cool though? Like I hate kind of like bringing it down to that level of it being like it'd be kind of sick though. But like, yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of sick though. Gotta get the goat into more fits. You are so right. That reminds me, there's probably another program I should be testing with and trying to mess with. There's a few things I need to mess with, definitely. I get more things. They're enforcing the. There was actually an announcement put forward in the server. Thank you for reminding me. There was an announcement put forward in the survey that they're trying to enforce the time period aesthetic a bit more. So with this being like a fantasy 1920s, I think they found some of the clothing options for people to be a little too modern. So they're trying to go in and trying to get people to be in more period fitting attire. So Osiris should be okay. But just something to mention, or just something that they mentioned. So keep that in mind. But yeah. Let me think. Talked about the Donathon, talked about work, talked about things with Maeve, talked about things with Osiris. I guess the schedule then. So we have Eden tomorrow. We got Wardens on Monday, and for Wardens, I'm planning to be Azrael more than I am planning to be Amaris. And then I guess we have Legends on Tuesday, I guess. I think we have Legends on Tuesday now with Ambi's roleplay, but God, I keep kind of doing the back and forth of being like, fuck, I don't know, man. And like, I don't know. Even if I do start working in South Dakota, like, I mean, I'd probably be able to make it, but again, it's like, do I really want to throw myself in another roleplay? I just don't know. There's a lot of questions I have with that roleplay. Not for Ambi's, for any fault of Ambi's, just me. So we'll see. But I guess Legends then, and then no PL on Wednesday. There was no PL this. I don't know about. I don't know this time, Turtle. We'll see. there is no PL this Wednesday, so I might actually see if I can talk to Avi, who's offered to help me remake the Hoot VTuber boy. So actually, I should go to a world and grab that and grab those pictures really quick. So with that being said, maybe we'll hold the donathon until we can do that. Yeah. So, all right, Hoots, I've yapped enough. See you guys tomorrow for fucking Eden. And you guys take care of yourselves, okay? Have a good night, Hoots.